And we are live. Hello, everybody in the chat, especially Herbert T. And who else was in there? Ajax is in there. And let me fix my.
This person here.
Yep. And let's see. There's
Des just came in.
And Ajax and
Des.
And Des is in the chat. Welcome in, everybody. I am Jason, your host this evening from Pest Hunter Outdoors. Next to me is going to be Mr. Colin from Kincaid Outdoors.
Hello, folks.
I said, I'm hoping everybody has had a wonderful day. I said, I got a mail call here, so I'm going to wait for several people to pop on in before I do that. And let me get my glasses on so I can at least read my phone and stuff.
Oh. I'll keep you informed on who's coming in.
No, we didn't cook dinner. And let's see. And like I said, I hope everybody's going to have a wonderful weekend coming up here soon. I have to work, but that's the schedule that I chose. So I'm not.
Boring Fisherman just popped in.
Hey, Boring Fisherman, how you doing?
Hey, sir, how you doing? I don't think I have them under my purview yet, but I will in a second.
Yeah, as you can see, it is freezing outside, and I said I was going to try to attempt to do the greenhouse today, except for that cold wind. It was biting. Just a little short time going in and out of the store and stuff. My hands were getting cold. I didn't want to fiddle with my nuts and bolts outside.
Neither did Molly.
Yeah. She didn't want to sit outside and read the chat for me. And then, I don't blame her.
It is 2 degrees here in Iowa.
Yeah.
It is 31 degrees in Texas. If I remember what you told me, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm still having internet issues because my tablet is circling. So I don't know. Like I said, if there's any kind of pauses or anything else, please let me know in the chat. I said we did lose internet just before midnight last night, and it did not come back on until almost 1 o'clock.
Okay, well, good luck with that. I hope you can get that issue figured out.
Yeah, like I said, here in Southeast Texas, it is bitter 30 degrees with a wind chill down to 20. So, yeah, it is cold.
2 degrees below freezing where you're at.
Yeah, it is cold.
I picked up the 2 right here. We got 2 degrees right here.
And I got my heaters on and my lights are on in the greenhouse. So it is at 49 degrees in the greenhouse at 6 inches off the floor. So, like I said, I'll be picking some peppers tomorrow when I get home from work before I go to hopefully pick up a desk for Molly. And I
hope you have help with that because, don't try to do it yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm hoping I have help too.
Well, getting it onto your truck or in your vehicle is one thing. Getting it out of there into your house.
Oh, yeah. No, I got dollies for that.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Do not try to hurt yourself.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see.
The only reason it's so cold here, Dan, is because we got a field right behind our house. Open field, so.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can do this here.
Hey, girl.
Okay, let's see. That is there for Mr. Dan if he wants to come up.
And for Mr. Cliff Outdoors when he gets here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am wearing green today because this is my long sleeve shirt because it's a little chilly here in the shop. I have the heater, and it's blowing on my thermometer here at a blistering 68 degrees here inside the shop. Well, the heater blowing on that, but yeah, it's kind of chilly here inside the shop. And I said, when we were at Walmart today, I did find this, folks. So, roasted garlic beef jerky. So, probably try that a little bit later on. And then plus I have a mail call today. I did get something in the mail. All the way from Amazon.
that came from a long way. The water way.
Yeah, actually, green is my favorite color. So orange is my second.
Mine is usually grays and greens for me. But
Yeah.
I'm wearing dark blue right now because that's turning gray, if that counts.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's not an old flavor for us. We were in Sacramento. Oh, geez, a good 28 years ago. We used to get this beef jerky from Denio's, and it was called Moose's Beef Jerky, and it was cracked black pepper and roasted garlic, and that was the only one we ever got from him because it was that awesome. Yeah, Mr. Dan came up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you guys
orange
hear
fish.
me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's a
There's
little
some
cold
orange
there
for
too.
both of you. You guys both need these. Hot hands.
It's not that cold yet.
We got two different versions. You got the old school,
Let me
the
choose.
10-hour one.
Yeah, it's always green.
Which one would you guys use?
The one that you plug in, it stays hotter longer.
No, because if the battery goes out, what do you got? A brick?
Yeah, so yeah, boring fisherman, please stay warm. Get wrapped up in a blanket. I'm not quite there yet. Heating pad or electric blanket. Just make sure you don't leave that electric blanket unattended. Whew. Yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be cold here for the next few days. Let me pop over to here. Let's see. I took temperature about 20 minutes ago, and it's still at 30 degrees. Let's see. My 10-day. We're supposed to be 24 degrees tomorrow morning, so I will have to start that vehicle about 10 minutes before I go to work.
Looks like a heat wave here.
Oh no, it's freezing cold here. Let's see, and we got the 24, 34, 39, 40, 44, for the lows, and our highs were supposed to be in the 80s next week, and we barely have one at 74 for a high during next week.
Our high is going to be on Tuesday for 50.
Yeah.
Then it's going to start dropping down, and dropping down every day until the weekend. Wednesday after that, it's going to get down to 30, and that's as far as it goes. So it's going to have one 50-degree day, and I bet there's going to be a lot of Iowans out there with shorts on. I can guarantee it. And washing cars.
Yeah, this front is supposed to be moving by 10 a.m. tomorrow, back into the 40s outside. Yes, I was just like I said, for us, it got this morning. Our high was about 8 a.m. at 34, and right before 11 o'clock, it got to 32, and it's been there all day. Then sunset, it started dropping.
Ours have been below that, way below that weight all day too.
Yeah, like I said, you're way up north. We're right not too far from the coast.
I'm not that far north. I'm not as far north as say Ciara is.
Yeah, but
or Mark.
usually
right in the middle.
Yeah, usually we get the south
in the middle,
keeping us warm off the Gulf. But
we're blocking it for you guys from up north.
Yeah, no, the wind is coming from the north. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the derecho state.
Colin, if you could block some of that from coming here.
I'm sorry, it's only going north-south. I can't handle east-west.
Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that's going to be our last cold front like this, but I don't think it's going to be.
They did say 6 more weeks of winter on the 2nd.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
I got plants that need to be planted.
Does it stop it from? It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go get straw bales and plant the plants and then cover them up with straw.
If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do.
I know.
You know that.
Yeah, you know how much straw is? Jeez, I'm not paying $20 for a bale for small.
You would be surprised. A lot of people rely on myths and legends like the groundhog to predict how long we end up to start planting. The old Farmer's Almanac is really good at doing
Yeah,
that.
but like I said, I got these plants like a month ago. Some of them a month ago because I happen
A
to
little
come
early
across them.
though.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think one of my figs is going to make it.
You don't give 2 figs for this, right?
I did get 2 fig trees.
2 figs.
You know, one is none, 2 is one.
I'm more worried about the
No, they're right
bananas.
here. They're in here trying to keep warm, and I've been watering them.
Jenny's planning on making banana bread tomorrow, Dan.
Nice.
We got to go down to see my sister about my other sister on Saturday.
Yeah.
For those people who know.
Where'd my scissors go? Oh, there's my scissors. I need my scissors. So I can open up the package. I'm just
Well,
waiting
I was going
for.
to lend you one of these. I mean, you got to have one of these nearby.
Oh, I got knives all the way around me.
Little box knives are
But it's this stuff here, and the scissors work better.
not always, but okay.
What you got? What you got?
I was checking to see if I had my pocket knife in my pocket. I do not. Good. I'll be able to find it tomorrow morning. Right there.
Knife's right here.
Yep. Oh well, Cliff is gonna miss it. Let's see
How
if
many
I can.
people you got in here?
Is he working?
Only 6.
I usually wait till we get like 10.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to 10. Most of the time,
I've gotten 12 to 15, but
yeah, like I said, I haven't used the scissors.
now where's this from?
Here.
Amazon.
Need a knife?
Better yet, scissors.
Scissors always work. Unless you're right-handed and you're using left-handed scissors or vice versa.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to get you a left-handed hammer.
Like, actually, I wouldn't mind getting a left-handed can opener.
Get you a left-handed number 2 pencil.
Been there, done that. They call them mechanical pencils.
No, that could have a clip on it to be on the wrong side.
No clip. This is the one that goes. The one actual Bix.
It's not in the best condition, but it's a used book. Oh wow! I got
Like
a
mine?
off coupon for groceries.
Oh, there you go.
It's probably one of those things that you got. Oh, it's a DoorDash app. Give it to Molly. And let's see. And there's the receipt. Let me carefully take this off. This is one of those 2-in-1 books. Okay, this is going to be I'm booked and I'm game. So this is a recipe. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I know Colin's already got one too. I said, you know what? For $1.78,
Yeah.
I figured I'd get one. But yeah, it's got
some good recipes in there.
I mean, there's a lot of recipes in here. You know, I thought this book was going to be bigger, but it wasn't because I know how the camera does weird stuff on stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it's like
That is actually quite thick. I mean, there's a lot of recipes in here.
And you can thank Ian for this find, by the way, folks.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ian.
What's the back?
So, I mean, there's all kinds of recipes in here.
Is that just a solid back?
Oh, guess what?
Yeah,
The first recipe I opened up was sautéed bass in lemon and dill butter.
Yeah, I mentioned that one before. That's a good
Yes,
one.
I know. I opened it straight up to that. Yeah,
It's got little.
catfish.
Yeah, here's the one for the bass.
Yeah. So, and I said Cajun catfish wraps.
Actually, this one's going to be coming up pretty soon. The basic fried morels.
Let's see.
So this is here for mushrooms. So
Go
not
full
quite
screen
a-
with it, Jason. so
I'm
we
hooked
can see it.
or I'm whatever
Oh,
game, but it counts.
I opened it up at random at breaded venison steak in wine sauce.
Ooh.
Red or white?
Wine sauce.
No, what?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet. Yeah, like I said, with this here, you can also substitute your beef, your chicken,
Red
and
wine.
pork too. All right, guys, you don't have to follow the recipes exact.
Yeah, but it's really cool. It's basically it's both directions.
Now, the only recipe that is rocket science is angel food cake.
Because you need real angels.
No, you need to follow that one to the T, or else it will not turn out.
Oh, sort of like souffle.
And a souffle, you can get away with some substitutes.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to be quiet, otherwise it'll.
Yeah.
How'd that go again, Colin? Okay.
Well, here's one. Pheasant breast with peach glaze. Like you said,
Ooh.
you can substitute with like a turkey breast. You can substitute with a chicken breast.
Or
You don't have
pears or some other fruit.
Yeah, you don't have to use a prairie chicken, okay? Basically what a pheasant is.
No, there's actually is a prairie chicken.
Yeah, I know there is.
Some people don't realize that is a real thing.
Yeah, it's called a grouse. Okay, quail and goat cheese stuffed chilies.
That one actually sounds pretty good.
That one does.
If we would have known about this book when we were at the gathering, we could have done all kinds of things with all that.
Oh, yeah. Chicken fried wild turkey breast.
That sounds like a Thanksgiving thing I'm waiting to happen.
Yeah, deep dish turkey pie. Roast
Teriyaki pheasant.
orange sauce. I'm gonna have to try that one.
The savory roasted pheasant sounds good too.
Oh, that one looks a pretty complicated recipe. That's gonna take a while to make. Looks like that's only 2 servings. Wow. That is like this is gonna be a 3.5 hour prep time.
For which one?
For the roast duck with orange sauce.
Oh, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these are camp recipes or just recipes?
These are just regular recipes.
But they do a lot of wild game, wild
Yeah.
fish, that kind of thing.
It's wild game and fish. See, wild game recipes for hunters, and you have the fish recipes for anglers.
Yeah, but look at this one here. Deep fried turkey pie.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And it's got 6 to 8 servings.
Yes, Obstacle got it right. Grouse. That's a prairie chicken.
Yeah, but it's still considered a prairie chicken is another name for it.
I know. Yeah, like I said, last time I checked.
Go ahead.
Yeah, last time I checked, there was one left on Amazon. And
I think another site has them too on Amazon too.
a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
But that was the cheapest I could find was on Amazon for under $2. It costs more to ship it. It cost me what?
If you want, I can
$6 to ship.
and put it down in the chat if you want me to.
Yeah.
Give me
Please.
a second. I'll be right on that.
So I'm definitely going to try. I want to try some of these recipes. But I know I probably have a couple recipes that are already probably in here with a little bit of an adjustment. And yes, I have done it in a Dutch oven on video, and that's one of my earlier videos from a couple of years ago. Like I said, you can do the same thing with that one with deer. We can do it with most game animals.
Oh, they do have. I did see that there are some books on Amazon, eBay, as well.
Yeah. I am not a fan of eBay.
But if that's where you need to find it, that's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
there you go. There's a link.
Well, like I said, you type in that title on the Google search, and it will come up.
And like I said, my boy found this one at Goodwill, and it's a really good find. Hey, Ian.
Yes.
Hey, bud.
What do you
Just the noodles.
No, hon, I'm
Yeah,
not
I mean, yeah,
yelling loud.
that'll be fine.
I just carry really well. My dad was the same way.
I'm hurting right now.
Okay. Jason?
Yes.
Hi,
Oh.
Ian.
Mom's mom.
Got one, Ian. Thank you.
Look, come here, look. Ah, thanks to you.
Yeah,
It's all because of you.
because you found that other one, and I had to get one. I'm going, oh, that would be nice to have in my recipe collection.
The price is good, and it's got a lot of cool recipes and everything, and it handles both fish and game. So, surf and turf.
You got it.
Now, if you look at the last page, last recipe on the game site, I believe it's morels.
Is it morels?
I believe it is.
Basic fried morels, yes.
So that technically is not game, but that still counts.
That takes like 20 minutes. It's not bad. It's the first page.
I know. But
Yeah. We got rabbit fajitas. Rabbit and cream sauce. That would be probably your Hassenpfeffer. Southwestern rabbit. It's even got your even has the pictures of your game.
it doesn't actually say anything about it's called the dead giveaway for the morels. So
Yeah.
see final page of fishing side for tips on finding and cleaning morel mushrooms. So the last page of the fishing side is the first.
As the other side of it, yes.
The other side. So it has a little bit on finding wild edibles. So
Yeah.
that's a good bonus.
It does.
Even how to rinse them and how to prepare them. A lot of this stuff my dad knew about. I just can't eat them.
I mean, yeah, this has actually got a lot of information in it.
And for those people who are
I'm
wondering,
gonna have to do some recipes out of here.
I'm trying to find out who wrote it.
Yeah, it's probably a bunch of people put it together.
It's by CQ Products out of Waverly, Iowa, folks. This is an Iowa book.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of information in here, and I haven't even gone through the whole book yet. It's going to take me half an hour to get through all this.
2007 when this came out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read through this. It's going to take me about a half an hour.
Oh, no, then it's going to be. I'm sure Molly's going to go through it, and
Yeah. Looks like Obstacle got his bow.
all right. Told you.
Yeah.
I don't use the arrow rest. I've got mine over here. I don't use those. That's why I shoot off the shelf. But you can put in a regular arrow rest if you want to. The bowstringer is nice. I'm not a big fan of the shooting tab. I use a glove, but use whatever it makes you comfortable. Try it out. Practice with it. It should be comparable to your pull of your compound, but there's no let off. That's the only thing you're got to. Only drawback technically, because his shoulders may not be used to it. Is he in the basement?
No, he sent me something on Instagram, and I'm just laughing.
No, he said it's cold down here.
I didn't hear
In
him.
the basement.
Yeah, he is actually in there.
That's why I said it's cold
I
down here.
didn't hear it.
Yeah,
Told
I
you.
sent you the thing, and then I was just like, I seen that you had already liked it on top, and I was like, either that or that was people who I was allowed to share it to. But yeah, I figured I'd send that one to you because that one's kind of interesting.
I told you, Obstacle, that the weight would be just about right for if you pull a 65-pound compound, a 50 would be perfect.
Also, good evening, Jason, Colin, Molly, Jenny, and Mr. Honky Tonk Outdoors.
Hot topic.
That's
Foxy.
man. That's the other orange man.
Orange Man.
Cliff, did you hear?
That Chesapeake Bay is now going to be just Squirzy, Mahersey
No,
Lake. I don't know.
I had a death in the family.
Oh,
Remember I was telling you about my little sister?
oh yes.
She
went-
went yesterday at 1:30.
I'm gonna do this for a few minutes.
I was actually in my middle of my live when I found out, and I was talking about everyday emergencies. So it turned out to be an appropriate topic at the time. Something like that was happening. That is an everyday emergency.
Yeah, but it's an emergency with an abrupt not finish.
Well, I still got some stuff to do, but we have a wake to plan.
That
We're
is
not
definitely
calling it a
unfortunate.
Well,
Right,
I knew she was
condolences.
going to go. She was not going to last.
Yeah, read obstacles thing. And I believe you can obstacle if it's the same draw weight.
Yeah, you should be able to. Your arrows should be from your compound will be a little heavier, and it's always easier to shoot heavier arrows out of a bow than lighter arrows. Especially if you're shooting some kind of either carbon fiber or whatever type of arrows that you use.
Yeah, but no, it's also the length too. So you got to make sure.
No, the draw is going to be the same. The draw weight should not. The draw itself should not change.
No, the length.
What do you mean length?
The length of the arrow.
No, it's the same. It should be the same. It's a lot lighter. That's one thing when you go from a compound to a recurve, the weight of the boat holding it wise is amazing. I did the same thing when I first got my first recurve.
God, I'm still
It
covered.
weighs almost nothing. Yeah, your draw should be fine.
Yeah, so like I said, today was an unexpected good day. I happened to be in the right place at the right time today.
So you were under a bridge at the same time a Wells
Billy Goat came
Fargo
across?
transfer money truck exploded and you caught a bag of money?
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Along
take
with being covered by a rainbow with a leprechaun sitting with a pot of gold at the end of it.
And we survived the 3 Billy Goats group.
it. And we also survived the 3 Billy Goats gruff too.
And you got-
Anyways, the mouse made a mistake by sitting still a little bit too long.
Ooh. Zippered him this time or
Oh no! Right in the head meat.
That's where you've gotten 2 of them, and for some reason shooting them there, like getting them there, split him down the middle.
Yeah, like I said, I missed him the other day. And he got caught today.
Yeah, zipped him from the head down.
So yeah, so one less mouse. So there'll be a video coming soon. I still got to make up for, I didn't get one for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So I still all have it on my camera. So I need to download the camera and make my video.
So low mouse count.
I can't remember if I've gotten 3 or 4. I already put one on the board, but I can't remember if there's 2 or 3 on the video. It's been like 5 weeks. It's been since mid-January, early January.
Ajax is up to 10.
10 in 2 weeks, yeah.
Now, is that most of them in 1 week or 5 and 5?
No, he's actually been doing pretty good. I hope you got them all on video, Ajax.
Yeah. Aye, what the heck? Ah, stop it.
What, you got a cat?
No. Freaking one random lake.
Well, you can come up, Ajax. The link is in the chat somewhere.
Yeah, you scroll up to the top and then scroll halfway down and then scroll halfway back up and then it should be around there somewhere.
Or Jason could pin it to the YouTube
Sorry, I don't
site.
know. I did that on screen. Looked like I was doing some inappropriate things. My apologies.
You were waving to the world.
Goodbye, world.
What's your temperature, Cliff?
Yeah, I am a little bit boring.
98.6.
What is it?
98.6.
98.6.
Yours is a little high for me. Mine's usually about 97.
I run hot. Mine's always that high. That's why that's why it takes me forever to get a fever. After my temp has to go to like 105 before I actually start feeling crappy.
I actually had a temperature once of 104, but all I did is felt a little warm.
Yeah, that's my problem sometimes.
for Molly.
Yeah, like I said, man, it was so cold today. Oh,
How cold
the
was
wind
it?
was blowing. Jeez,
It's now 1 degree.
yeah.
I am surprisingly doing quite all right because I'm supposed to be getting the same shitty weather pattern that Jason has. Like we were like daily checking our weather at like the same time. We were getting the same freaking weather.
I hope you took care of that nick, their obstacle. I know those hurt.
Oh no!
I don't know. Like I said, yeah, my knives are so sharp. It's hard to tell if you got nicked or not.
How sharp
You
is
see
it?
all the blood everywhere.
Sorry.
That's
It's a
how one of
joke.
my work knives is. I keep that thing like shaving sharp, and I've touched it, and like an hour later, I'm like, why does my finger burn?
The 22 caliber of atomic pellets.
But yeah, I was outside today, nice and sunny, like high of like 65. No, high of 60. Ooh. But I had like full on sun.
We are
So,
way below zero.
I was outside transplanting trees.
We're way
Show
way
off.
below freezing, I should say. Hey, I know what you should try doing, Ajax. You should try doing it with a steel BB.
That's what's left of the round.
Ooh, flat.
Ooh, it's got blood on it.
Yeah, you should see all the hair I had to pull off of it and wash it, so I can at least see it. Yeah, like I said, and that was a slug.
That looks like a mouse earpiece.
Obstacle, where are you from?
That
What
was
state?
one of these.
Colorado.
Okay. Because I was wondering how much his knives are going for.
That I don't know.
Spider coat. Those are spider coat knives. Spider coat.
Oh, I
knives
thought he
are-
did some of his own. I was
Listen-
No.
At least with these, I just barely have to nick them.
So you just scare them to death.
Yeah, I will throw that missed one in there too because, like I said, right when I was committed, it bolted right when I was committed.
Oof.
He did the Spider-Man thing and goes.
No, it
or
pulled the
Neo
matrix.
thing.
No, did not see that. Go back. Thank you.
Like I said, I mean, it was close. Like I said, I won't be able to see it until I have it downloaded on the computer and I slow it down.
Oh, I understand Spider Code's really, really good. I just can't. I know what Spider Code.
Oh, geez, I got like 4 or 5 boxes of these.
The only decent folder I have is this one, and it's just generic.
Like I said, yeah.
I know it's just a generic tack
I
force.
could bust out my crappy Snap-on one.
Like I said, these are the only ones I have. I think these are the only ones I have in
This is mine
22.
right here.
I know I got several. I know I got 3 boxes in 177.
Oh, I've
Hello.
got like an unlimited supply of freaking ones. Well, no, actually, no, I don't have 177.
Hey, Kathy.
2022.
Yeah.
Good evening, Kathy.
No, I said
Evening,
uh,
Kathy.
between the slugs, pellets, and BBs, I probably have about 40,000 of them.
Are they all lead?
No, between the BBs, the slugs, and the pellets, I have about 40,000.
I think Ian's got about 18,000 due to this guy here.
Now, these only come in 100. These come in 500, and I have several tins of these.
Yeah, I got tons of those things.
And I have several of the
BBs.
Hades, both in 22 and 177. I have so I got them all over my pegboard too. Yeah, so I got a bunch of slugs over here, several tins right there, and slugs are right there. All my BBs are down here. I probably have about 10,000 BBs.
If you were to go out hunting, how would you carry those? In a like a hip pouch or something like that, or what?
Actually, put them in here with some foam
No, but where would you put that on your body
Pocket.
when you're out?
in your pocket.
Okay. I know somebody when they have their hunting coat on or something like that, they just throw them in.
If you need these many to go hunting, you better practice first.
Well, what if you're going out practicing and you don't have the property to do it on your own property, like someone like myself who lives in town?
Yeah, you carry it in your case, and when you get there, you take it out of the case.
Rob
Then
on the
you-
road just is in the building.
Hey, Rob, how you doing? Yeah, so yeah, I got a couple boxes of these. I would love to get these in 177. They don't make them. Well, I haven't seen any yet. I want to get some in 357 for the carnivore. I want to try them out of carnivore because they are 21 grains lighter than the pellets. So they're going to be screaming a lot faster.
What's wrong, Rob? He said I've been significantly.
I believe he was feeling unwell.
Okay.
Oh, he
Jason, if
said-
you won the lottery, would you buy the Lewis and Clark replica? The Lewis and Clark replica, would you buy that?
The replica? Well, the
Yeah.
replica's not that expensive.
No,
It's
I mean, if you had the
right.
money, if you won the lottery, would you buy one or would you buy an actual authentic reproduction?
You don't need to win the lottery to own it. It's not that expensive.
Define expensive, not expensive.
Under 1,000.
To me, that's expensive.
Well, no, he like I said, he makes them by hand.
Right.
It takes time to do that.
Takes time to do a lot of things when you're doing it by hand.
Oh, he was mugged.
Oh no!
And no Bobby's around. That is messed
Yeah,
up.
you leave recurves unstrung.
Yeah.
It's just like a Samick, which this guy can attest to.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said,
And
that
Ian
guy-
can attest to. I can attest to because mine's right there. You can see unstrung.
yeah, like I
My
said,
the one like you got is literally right next to me still, and it has all the attachments for whatever you need to use it for. And I've got some tips and tricks to make it a little bit easier, but we'll discuss that at a later time on my channel, not Jason's.
yeah, and I also have about almost 300 capsules of CO2.
Jesus,
Yeah.
How much do those weigh per box?
a lot.
Yeah, they're not.
So I know some guys who go through a lot of those CO2 deals when they're practicing.
I think they weigh what, like about a pound and a half?
About 5.5 pounds for 40 of them for the box I got.
I do know that I have gotten torqued off at some of the guys on the range when they just take out their CO2 canisters and toss them on the ground.
Good evening,
Cooking with
Cooking with
Stephen and
Stephen.
Jackie.
Cooking with Steven. How you doing? And Jacqueline. Yeah, so I happened to pick these up when I first got here. These were down to like $12 for 40 of these.
That's pretty good.
Dang.
So
Highway robbery.
yeah,
Who'd you steal them from?
no, I bought them from Walmart. They were on sale, so I bought all they had.
This is usually what I do when they like Knox go on.
I had the money at the time. I
Makes
think it was
sense.
what, just a little over $100.
Well, that's not like they're going to go bad.
No, they'll sit there for almost ever.
They will sit there for pretty much forever, unless you're in an area with salt water.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you recycle those or no?
yeah,
I wasn't sure what people.
about 2 cents a pound.
Well, the thing is, I've been finding them on the ground where people who use them just toss them.
Yeah. So
Which
yeah,
is
like,
really sad.
yeah, most of my air pistols are CO2, except for one, which is a single stroke pneumatic. Then I really want to get a couple of multi pumps, and I also have 2 CO2 rifles.
Obstacles talked about a CO2 Nerf gun. That
Oh, yeah.
sounded-
Oh yeah, it'll toss them up pretty quick.
Oh, I bet that would leave a welt.
Yeah, like I said, I also have the Steel Strike.
Right.
I think yeah, it's the Steel Strike, and that one there holds 30 rounds, and it's a BB gun, and it's a 6-round burst or single shot or on safe. That one's just for plinking. It's just for fun.
Cliff, did you see the book that Jason got?
Yeah, same one you did. The I'm Hooked, I'm Game.
Yeah. It's actually got one non-game or non-game fish recipe in there in the back
Yeah, it's got the morel mushrooms.
from our own mushrooms,
Mhm.
because it's an Iowa thing. Which is, I just realized something. Give me a second.
I should have sent it earlier, but I ran across. We're talking about mushrooms. It says all mushrooms are edible. Some mushrooms are edible once.
Waverly, Iowa is the same location where my friend Big Mike is from.
Mhm.
So Big Mike is from
Nice.
Waverly, Iowa. So
So if you ever get these on sale, for that price now these days, because these things are like what, $23 now for a box of 40. Yeah, if they're on sale, grab some.
and he
They're a
was
lot
saying
of fun.
the box weighs how much?
They're like $20 plus now.
No, how much does the box weigh?
It's heavy.
Like a pound or two?
Oh no, like almost 5.
Oh wow, that's heavy.
Well, you
Yeah.
got to realize that's 40 steel canisters.
Yeah,
That's probably why the guys toss them on the ground and just don't care about them. All that
Yeah,
weight.
they should still be cleaning up their mess.
I know, but
Those things also play havoc on mower blades too.
Oh yeah, they do. They'll destroy. They'll eat your edge, and then the mower just chucks them off to the side.
Oh yeah,
when
when you
Ian and I were magnet fishing, we used to find them in the water all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
People just toss them in the water,
around here.
and that's just a shame.
like you said, for all those who enjoy little pew pews, these are a lot of fun. I mean, you can start small and work your way up. I mean,
And
Like
you
I said-
don't need a multi-shot one of those, because you can take down rabbits with them, because Ian's proven that fact.
for a beginner one, the one if you've never had one before, the multi pumps are the way to go, because you don't have to invest in CO2 and you don't have to invest in a compressor or
Like
a
a Crossman is our good choices.
Actually, I would probably steer a little bit higher than the Crossman or the
For
Days.
beginner, I mean, talking about for a beginner.
I would go for the Senecan Dragonfly Mark II.
And that is running about how much?
Almost $200.
I wouldn't spend
But-
that much on a regular one. Not necessarily.
It's also a bolt action multi-shot. Okay, and you can vary by how many pumps you want. And I believe it does 3 to 15 pumps.
Obstacle. I think Jason's going to be making his own launcher in the near future.
Oh
But
man,
not-
do I want to? No, it's going to cost me a lot of money because I have to have I have to have it milled, and I don't have a milling machine.
You want it rifled then, huh?
No, not only rifled, and the breech.
Oh,
Has
I
been-
can understand that.
no, I want all of the spent CO2 canisters. I can make deep sea fishing weights.
Oh yeah.
Or you can melt them down and make something else out of them. Make a knife out of them.
Well, like I said, what he's talking about is when
You said it was a canister launcher.
yeah. No, these ones here, if you're a good fisherman, and if you enjoy fishing, what happens is when this is pierced here, it's just large enough so you can get a small little eye bolt in there. So then you can also put your the line on, or the weight on your line, and you can get it out there, and it will go far. It's also nicely shaped, so it actually goes up and over the rocks and everything else, unless
Kind
you
of
get
reminds,
a pinch point and it catches the line.
it kind of reminds me of that rocket fishing rod with bobber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, these things. This is a good weight. I would probably use these for like your fast moving or your medium rivers on the speed, or shore fishing on lakes and oceans.
Yeah, if you want that deep cast out there, but yeah.
Not great on small ponds. Too small.
No, you'd probably chuck that thing, even if you tossed it medium, you'd probably chuck that thing clear across the pond.
Oh, you can easily get 30 meters or more.
Now, if it was like where we were at for the gathering, that was well deep enough at where we were at.
Oh yeah,
well deep enough, but yeah, the problem is you'd be casting it to the other shore.
yeah. Like I said, with that there, with like I said, if you had an 8-pound test, you can easily go over 100 feet, 120, 130 feet.
I'd
I
be
don't
afraid.
think I'd use anything less than 15 on that weight. That'd be
Yeah, I
way
was
too
thinking
damn
because I was
heavy.
thinking 8 would be too light.
But like I said, honestly, I fish creeks here and also fish rivers and lakes. So
Well, you're a fisherman.
back out
I
there.
am not. So, you guys got
Yeah,
the
but
expertise on me.
Each one of those canisters, Jason, weighs what? Ounce and a half?
Pretty close to an ounce.
Empty weight?
Empty.
Yeah, 8-pound test. Nah, yeah, you're gonna de-spool your entire reel chucking that
I know.
thing.
But like I said, it's a good way to reuse them. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit little item to put in there. Yeah, it's make sure it's pointed and not machined. Most of the time, yes, catch and release.
No, I was gonna do like what I meant when I was gonna reuse them. I was gonna do this as the same thing they do when they use like rocks. You drill your hole, and then you get your line connector. God, I'm turning my brain with the little spikes going upwards, and basically you just shove it down the hole, and then you epoxy the inside,
Yeah.
and then that you wait for that thing to dry, and that thing will like never comes out. I was gonna do similar to that with the with that one. Get it all the way down into the head, so those tines spread out like this against the neck,
Mhm.
and then you fill that
Like a
with
drywall
epoxy.
screw. Yeah.
Or
Like a drywall school type setup.
yeah, and you're never gonna get that out of there. The only way to get that line out or that hook out of there is you're gonna have to cut the thing open.
Could you
Yeah,
use
so-
those things like for weights for a cast net?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you could probably get like a metal syringe, and you can probably put some some solder in there and squeeze it in there with a metal syringe and really make it heavy.
wouldn't even need to squeeze it in there. Solder should be about the same. Because all that really is just a like aluminum cap, just kind of like welded on there, kind of like press welded.
It's a small hole though.
Yeah,
Well,
but all
I
you gotta
think
do is take the
solder
end of that on a
is the same
sander, sand off the cap of it, and just stick your solder iron down there and just hit that with a blowtorch.
Can you do the same thing with sand and just seal it off?
With sand.
Yeah.
Getting sand down that little hole, that's gonna suck.
Oh yeah,
No, I'm just saying, or something other, similar.
it'll take you 30 minutes, just like the hourglass.
What about water? Just plain water.
Yeah, I mean if you stick it underwater, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can use a syringe to do the same thing, but
No,
then
you
you
just
seal
stick
it
it
off.
underneath water and let gravity do its work for you.
Drill a bunch of holes in it where you can just sink.
No, I wouldn't waste the drill bits on them. Those things are,
That's not thin steel. It's not like your
that's thick.
party canister air balloon refill tanks that you can buy for like $20 to fill up party balloons. No, that stuff you're looking at like
It's a good chunk of
probably
steel.
1/8 thick.
That's why I was wondering if you could take a bunch of those and melt them down and make a knife out of it.
Oh, you could.
If
I've
you
never
have a
seen one
forge
do it.
that's high enough,
It'd be kind of interesting to see if someone could do it.
yeah, that's probably what 1900 degrees.
I will
22
have to ask
degrees.
my friend Adam, see if he could ever do it.
That's some
If
tough
that's the
steel.
case, if that is the case, I would actually put the word out. See if there's any of you guys who have those air canisters that you're getting rid of, send them to him, and we just make a bunch of knives out of them.
Best
Makes
way to
me-
do it, in all honesty. Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
Go ahead.
Hydraulic press, flatten them, not squish them from top to bottom sideways, so flat like this, like a hot dog. Flatten them,
Like
and then
CO2,
make Damascus.
Yep, Damascus is what Obstacle said. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
But
Oh, yeah,
you have to
like the
flatten
layers.
them first.
Oh,
That's-
that's what he has a power hammer.
Yeah, you would need a power hammer.
He's got one.
He might have one at work. Don't know if he has one at home.
No, he is a professional blacksmith.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about Adam, then yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I was like saying, I would love to see if he could do it. because I think it'd be kind of interesting.
Bike chains.
I'm
Yep.
not sure if you would mix them with bike chains or whatever, but I mean,
It's
something-
because of it's the opposing steels. The opposing steels basically bonds them together to get your domestic lines.
what if you do like the top here is here, and then turn it around and swap it like that, backward, front to front.
Like I said, I'm not a blacksmith. I can't say.
I just think it would be reversed. You know, it would balance itself out going up.
No,
I
it
don't
has
know.
nothing to do with the balance. What it did, it's the opposing metals that help bind them together.
Well, I'm sure he's
gives you
probably
the
going to use
domestic lines.
some kind of what is that powder that steel stuff they use.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to Adam on that. I have no
Oh, yeah.
clue with that.
I'll have to get a hold of him and see if that
I'm not
is
a
even
Blacksmith myself, however, I have watched a butt ton of the freaking stuff they could throw on Netflix.
right.
Deb, how's it going?
Hey,
Hi,
Dad.
Deb. How you doing?
Deb's about to freeze overnight. Deb, don't freeze.
I may or may not have a job for Deb, wedding wise.
It's a long ways for her to drive.
Not from here. Actually, it's for my niece. That's not till next
I
year.
didn't know your knees were getting married.
My niece, not knees.
Yeah, like
You
I said,
asked me if I knew anybody. Hey, Grace. And
Grace
Deb is
is
the
here.
only one
Hi,
I know.
Grace.
Evening, Grace. Good
Well,
to see
let
you.
me correct myself. The only one I know that's in Iowa at the moment.
Oh, and there's Dan in the chat. Good evening, Dan. Nice to see you.
Her van is down. Van,
He's still here.
her van is down
I'm
again,
still here.
folks. We need to go find me for Deb. Get her vehicle replaced.
Yeah. So if you do any fishing, you can repurpose these and other stuff too. These CO2 canisters. So yeah, anything that you can reuse, you don't have to throw it away.
1,000,001 uses for CO2 canisters.
Yeah, like I said, I don't use them too often, but I know I got a lot of them. And if they go on sale, I'll probably pick up a couple more because they will last for years.
Anyway, their wedding's not until next July of next year. Yeah, just to let you know.
Yeah, so
We have a wake to worry about right now.
Well, Jason, next time you get an empty canister, see if you can stick a BB in there.
no,
It won't fit. 2 millimeters too wide.
a couple of them. Yeah,
Mini ball burying.
it is a very very tiny hole.
Yeah, I was hoping that you could get like a couple of BBs in there and then seal it off and then use that kind of like a shaker,
trap?
like a shaker, like a shaker fishing lure. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
like a rattle trap.
Yeah, yeah, that's the word. That's the word. Rattle trap. The brain wasn't braining.
The only reason why I know that because I got several of them.
And that's really all they put in there is just a small ball bearing or like a little
Yeah,
BB.
yeah.
You string a bunch of those things on a string along your property. You can use them to detect intruders.
No, you won't hear them
Maybe, maybe not.
unless it's in the water. Then you can hear it rattle from a long time or a long ways.
Well, I mean, 2 of those metal canisters banging against each other.
No, they're not that loud.
Oh no!
He's from Germany and he's not. Wait, what?
Okay, just to let you know, depending on which part of Germany he's from, they're not. It's not all super cold there.
I was gonna, man, dude, freaking! I was going to say Europe gets a
You know what
crud
I'm
ton of
talking-
snow.
You've been there. You've been there when you were a
Say-
kid.
Yeah,
I was
Spain
there
is
for
like
2 years.
California.
I was a lot colder than Germany. I was about the same size as Germany.
Yeah, like I said, no. It's cold all over from the mountains all the way to the east. It's just cold. I don't know how cold it is in in Florida, in northern Florida, but
I don't know if
That's
Doug's going to be
sad.
popping in here or not. So,
I was just checking some of my messages real quick.
it's still
Yeah.
1 degree so far, but it should be dropping pretty soon.
That's typical, though, still for Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Won't start getting warm until about a month or two.
Yeah, probably 2 more months.
Yeah, at least 2.
Oh, by the way, Cliff, Jenny and I are highly considering about going to the Colorado Renaissance Fair this year.
That is a long drive, Colin.
Not driving,
Taking the train.
train.
Might be cheaper to drive.
But it'd be more fun to ride the train.
Yeah, the only problem is if you go, you have to leave the same day because every hotel in that area is booked.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we're not staying in that area. We're going to be outside of town and renting a car and driving in.
There's Dez.
And Stephen Woodruff, thank you for coming.
Yeah, that's crazy. -17, -20 with the wind chill of 35. That's just crazy. That's why I live down here in the south.
I don't know who Stephen Woodruff is.
I don't either, but greetings,
neither do I.
welcome, and hello.
Yeah, good afternoon or good evening.
But you can do the whole Truman Show intro
So-
thing.
So now I have 3 mice in the freezer now for this summer's bait.
Oh,
Okay.
here I thought you were going to make burgers.
Oh no, the pelt on that one's still good that I got today.
Oh, there you go.
It's now 0.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the pelt you have is good even though you pelt it with a pelt?
Yep, you got it. Only because I got it in the head meat. It's that long enough for me to get it.
20s and 30s where you're at, Stephen? Okay.
Is that above or below freezing?
Yeah.
And is that also Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius. Well, if that's Celsius, he'd be in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, we had a winter cold advisory going on right now.
Yeah, Deb, please keep warm.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
for
I
the
got
West
none of
Indies.
it. Dead honest, it was supposed to be cold today. It was supposed to be in the low 40s. It was 60 degrees today. I was outside doing work.
I mean, it's been nice. Last week was beautiful here, and I had to go to work.
With wind chill, it's -16 right now where I'm at.
Yeah, it's just blatantly too cold.
Oh, it's getting colder. And where in Clarion, where I'm going to get my surgery next week, it's going to be it was even colder still.
Well, at
like
least the
maybe-
cold weather will help keep the swelling down.
Ha ha ha. Well, the thing
Jason,
is, my surgery's not till next week, and the cold weather is this week, so I don't know if it's going to be that cold next week.
Gotcha. Hey, Jason,
-2
did you was
tonight.
weather permitting?
What?
Sorry, I'll let Dan go first.
Oh, it's -2 tonight.
Oh no, Deb! My condolences. Homeless woman froze
Yeah.
to death. In, Council. Was that in Council Bluffs or was that over in Omaha?
Oh yeah. So yeah, he's in the northern hemisphere, 20s and 30s.
I'm not even in the 20s and 30s anymore.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, we're in the 30s now, so I wouldn't doubt if
Oh
we were
man.
below 30 now. It's been an hour since I almost checked, almost an hour.
I'm gonna let some people know. If someone didn't realize, I lost my little sister yesterday, folks. I seem a little out of it.
No,
That's
it
that.
can't be. It can't have dropped that far.
J&J just came in.
Hey, Ginger.
Hey, J&J.
Oh, jeez. That's what I didn't do. Okay, it's still 31 degrees here.
Are you beachcombing there, Cliff?
No, I just stuffed my comb in my chip clip.
You got to do the grease like this. Thank you, Deb.
Happy birthday!
She was.
Sure
she's,
got a pretty chip clip there.
Well, happy birthday there, Steve.
happy birthday, Stephen.
Yeah. So yeah. What else has been
Thank
going
you
on?
both. I really appreciate
I
it.
was, like I said, I was going to do the greenhouse yesterday. Rain wouldn't let me do it.
Well, that answers my question because I was trying to ask you weather permitting yesterday.
No, weather was not permitting.
I loved your lemons there, Cliffy.
My what?
Your lemons.
My lemons.
Are you
That I
making
posted
lemonade?
forever ago.
Hey, it popped
Yes.
up on my screen finally on a short thing. So
Yeah. So yeah, the box is still sitting over there. So if it warmed up today, I was going to try and get it today, but it never even warmed up today. The temperature just just didn't go, and I wasn't going to sit up there and put that thing together with the bare hands, but with all that little nuts and bolts.
I feel you on that one. I was going to start mine today, and then I tried to move one of my planters, and I was like, I'm just going to leave this here because that sucker was heavy.
Oh yeah.
It's been covered with plastic for 4 months, and it still has water in it.
Now on their website, they actually have a larger greenhouse. I'm thinking about getting that in October and having that one put out in the middle of the yard.
So going for 3 of them, huh?
Well, this one here is going to be for the mother-in-law because that was her early Mother's Day present. I was kind of hoping to get it up, and like I said, the weather has not cooperated with me for past 2.5 weeks. It just hasn't done it.
Well, winter's not done yet.
Well, yeah, I know.
More or less is for our area.
See, the problem is I need about 4
Don't say
hours.
that, because as soon as you say that, that's when it comes and bites you in the butt.
Yeah, like I said, I need at least 4 hours so I can get everything set up. I can go live, put it together, and have enough light. And with as cold as it was with the batteries, and I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have to use battery packs. Hold on. I would have to use battery packs, and I'd be running back and forth for batteries. And Molly doesn't want to sit up there in a nice, ice cold area, just sitting still reading comments for me.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
What you need is like one of those enclosed pop-ups with a heater in it. That way she can sit in there and be warm and make the comments while you're doing all the work.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hear her.
Oh, she'd have a little speaker set up.
I'm still getting lows in for the next 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are hitting 30, 31, but I mean, most of my lows at this point for the next 10 days are in the 40s. So
Yeah, mine are in the 35 range, so give or take 5 degrees.
Yep. Wants to know about your cat. You still have the cat?
Yeah, the cat's still roaming around.
Does it have a name yet?
Cat. I'm not going to get attached to it.
It's attached to you. The cat distribution system. You can't get, it's there now.
Yeah, no, like I said, no. I don't want to get attached to it. I do live next to a road that has fast-moving vehicles. And unfortunately, it is how it is. So,
As
trying
the
not
song
to get
says, the
attached to
cat came back the very next day. The cat came.
yeah, you just can't keep a cat fenced in a yard like you can a dog. It just doesn't work.
But they bring you presents.
Yeah, it brought me a nice one too. The one I was aiming for.
So hey, there you
Two.
go.
Yeah,
He knew what you were after, so he brought it for you.
yeah.
Save
I
you some
did.
time.
I pet him for it and everything else. And then I stuck him outside with it.
And Frankie's other name is You effing can't stop that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think that's one of the reasons why the numbers have dropped here since the cat showed up. The numbers have plummeted, and that was about
It's probably feeding itself.
about 5 weeks ago, right when the numbers started going down.
It's feeding itself.
Yeah,
So that's a good and bad.
yeah,
Bad on the videos,
Yeah,
Really?
watching a bait station that's empty of targets is not good
Views.
for views. Yeah,
So
Like I
he's
said, it's
not
bad for
YouTube
videos.
friendly.
Great for the cat, though.
yeah. Now, if I
Remember, the
could,
cat's on the board at least.
well, maybe I should put a GoPro on the cat while he catches the mice.
Oh, I've seen people do that.
Yeah, the problem is getting back to the GoPro.
Yeah.
Well, if you know the cat's coming back, then you know.
Mhm. Ah,
That would be cool, though.
yeah,
Just to see where the cat goes.
I'm not buying a GoPro.
You don't
Well,
like GoPros.
not yet. Well, no, I just can't fork out the money for them for that.
You know, I'm thinking about upgrading to an 8
No,
or 9.
our no, our budget is going to be going for the house, not for YouTube. So I know in 4 months I'll be able to afford a little bit more.
Did you announce it?
No, I haven't announced it yet. Only one person knows. Cliff. If anybody's wondering what I'm talking about,
Yes, but also
The-
no.
the house is paid off in July.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I will have funds freed up, and then I can really get to working on the house.
You did like a lot of double payments, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah,
I remember you saying that.
Yes. So yeah, so this last year and a half, I mean, we've just been putting the money down on it. Just get it down, get it paid off, and now it's paid off. Now I can do all of the repairs that are necessary for the house.
Upgrades.
No, not upgrades. Well, kind of upgrades, but getting
Better
the
insulate your shop.
yeah. No, it's actually going to go to leveling the house first and replacing some beams underneath the house.
That's an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like everybody's paying off their houses this year.
Yeah.
Except for me, because I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't have
can't
one
afford a
either.
house.
I wish I could afford one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we really chomped down, and we've just been. Everything's got a budget, and that's what we try and stick to. Except for the power bill, we're gonna have another high one next month because these 4 or 5 days it's going to be cold again. So
Yeah,
I'm not looking forward to another high bill.
Our gas bill like pretty much tripled once it started getting cold.
Well, I said it costs more to heat a house than it does to cool it.
Not my house.
Yeah,
Yeah, but your house is
that's good. Very good. Grace.
designed for that purpose.
Like I said, Des has only got a little bit left to go. Then she got her townhouse. And like I said, some of that we're going to be putting into our own escrow, for taxes and for what is it?
Retirement.
Insurance. So once this is all taken care of, then I can move that budget to something else. But like I said, it all comes down to budget. I mean, stay within that budget.
Budget, rent a car.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, Des, that is true. He said,
So you're gonna go move down near
but it's colder in Georgia.
no, but she's gonna move near Blake.
Georgia's a big state.
We don't know which part of Georgia she's planning on moving to yet.
Yeah. So yeah. He said,
Then we got Rob on the road. He's gonna now that he's been mugged, unfortunately,
Yeah.
give him motivation to get moved to the States.
Yeah, wait till he moves to Chicago.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to move to Chicago.
Good.
Yeah, because the odds are about the same, aren't they? Or more?
He actually lives
Chicago?
they're a lot
south than
higher.
you do.
Yeah.
He wants to live near his relatives, which are south of you. Dan.
Yeah, but with what's been going on around here lately, and I don't want to get anything political, just say it.
Right. Oh, the Great Lake of Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that, and I just about said, no, they need to stop doing that. Renaming lakes and bodies of ocean.
Well,
Yeah, stop doing that.
it's still going to be the Gulf of Mexico to me. I don't care what someone in the idiot category wants
Yeah,
to say.
I don't know whose brilliant idea was that, but yeah, just leave it alone.
So yeah, stop messing with stuff that's already been named.
For hundreds of years, just leave it alone. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like trying to tell everybody here in the U.S. you need to learn the metric system. Yeah, they're not going to do that here.
Ain't gonna
And
happen.
drive on the left side of the road.
Yeah, so
Not
learning the
gonna
metric system here is not going to happen. I had to learn it.
Oh, try to teach everybody how to do cursive again. They want to, they need to, but they don't.
They will soon.
California actually has a new law in place that they're going to try to start teaching it again.
Oh yeah, like I said, Deb's getting close too. So yeah, like I said, pay down that principal, just get it out of the way and just start just a little bit. I mean, even $5-10 over a couple of years, it helps.
It's
Yeah,
not
no, we're
the
not
Gulf
doing-
of America; it's the Gulf of Mexico.
It's the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of California. Don't change the names. Let's see.
Oh, I know.
Those are the drunks there, Deb.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, especially on the freeways and cause havoc. But yeah. So anyways,
Boost the dogs of war.
so anybody got anything going on this weekend?
Going down to my sister's, but you already know why.
Yeah, because I know Cliff is halfway through his weekend. My weekend is coming to a close. Then I got 5 days until I get my next weekend, and I can't wait.
We're going to do some planning.
Mhm.
So we're going down for Saturday. I may or may not be on your live, Cliff. I'm taking my laptop with me, but
See,
Colin, what you're dealing with, my life is not important. Leave your laptop at home and deal with what you have to deal with.
That's why I told him yesterday.
A lot of the planning is already in place. I'm just going down for emotional support, and I don't sleep.
Yeah.
So
See,
they'll be in bed long before your live is even over.
see, this is what I'm hoping for. I can't wait for it to warm up so I can do these.
Seeds! Oh my God! He's planting crack seeds.
Now, here's the question: Are you going to get your starters going for that, or are you going to have to wait?
No, I'm going directly into the ground this year.
Okay.
I can't wait till I get those teddy bear sunflowers planted.
Sometimes throwing stuff in ground germinates them faster than trying to sit there with a heating pad and a grow lamp.
Yeah. I mean, I already got peppers going, so I'll probably just do a couple more species of peppers, just to make sure. And these are what I'm waiting for here. These are the teddy bear sunflowers. And
Oh, you showed us those.
yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for those.
Are those the big ones or the small ones?
No, these are small. They only get about anywhere between 2 to 4 feet tall, but they're more full. They're more of a bush type.
They're fuzzy.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a standard sunflower. It's almost all petals. There you go, Deb. Yeah.
I can understand that, Deb. I haven't had to deal with it since I have been stuck home, but Jenny has, so she can complain more about that kind of stuff than I have. 2 long-range drivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the old lady that got cleaned her driveway, got up at 4, and a plow came in and plowed her driveway back in?
Oh, that's messed up.
Then he yelled at her for taking the snow out of her driveway and putting it across the road.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
It is messed up. You don't do that. The good plows that I've seen actually has the ones that pulls the snow away from the side of the road. But a lot of places don't have those yet.
And let's see.
But Cliff doesn't have to worry about that. He doesn't get that much snow there.
So what's Dan got going on this weekend?
Not a whole lot.
Just SOS?
Building ideas for Sunday night's live. Got an
Yeah,
I'm
idea
gonna be there
for
for
a
this one
topic.
this time.
Yeah, and I also need to start getting my my traps collected for the class in April. So I need to buy a couple of traps.
What kind of traps are you looking for?
Oh, I need to get a new dog proof. I need to get a
What size? I mean,
piece. Huh?
what size?
There's only one size of a dog proof.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You're gonna have to wait until you see the video, or watch a
No,
trapper
because
video.
I think that one place I told you about a long while back.
Yeah, those are the leaf springs. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that place that sells them. I just don't know if
Yeah.
they still have
well,
them.
I'm not gonna be going. I'm not gonna be teaching people how to do fur bearing. It's gonna be basically pest control, vermin pest control.
You mentioned that you're getting your license again?
No, I'm not gonna get my license again.
You mentioned something about that.
I'm not spending that much money just to get a license to do
Or
this.
certification or something like that.
No, not for pest control. Especially
You're
when
going to marry people down there. That's what it is.
yeah,
Maybe
no. I'm not paying $1,000 to get my pest control license again for a different state. Probably easier to pass the test here than it is there in Arizona. Arizona, it's a brutal test. So I'm pretty sure it's like that where most areas it's going to be, the test.
The climates are pretty similar, but not the exact same.
Well, like I said, then you still got to deal with all the ABC companies. You got to go through all the background checks, birth certificates. I mean, it's a hassle.
It's really weird since if you already had your certification in another state, they make you jump through the same hoops all over again.
Yep. That's
and
why
all it take is actually go just contact the other state, go through the state agencies, and
Nope. I asked too.
Does regulations vary from state to state?
Yep, because regulations vary from state to state.
Well, at least they don't make you go back to some kind of school and have to pay for it all over again.
Yeah. Like I said, now if I was able to transfer from state to state, oh yeah, I would have kept my license. Actually, I would probably kept it on. I would probably put it in what do you call it? The non-active, and just paid the small fee.
Yeah, it was
Non-active. So I
pretty
needed
similar when I got my EMT license,
Mhm.
and I tried to go from a national to a state, and they wanted me to go back through the entire course all over again,
Yeah.
even though I was nationally certified. I didn't recognize it.
Yeah. Yes, Deb. I just found a way to make it fun
Like I
and
said, helping them.
keep your skills sharp.
Good hand-eye coordination. Archery's the same way.
No, like I said, it's also outsmarting your quarry and all that. I mean, you really gotta know what you're hunting. And the same thing with the pests. You gotta know. You use their instincts against them
Right.
because they can't change their instincts.
Same thing with rabbits. When you rabbit hunt rabbits,
They do learn. I will say that they do learn once they're
that's probably
educated.
why they use them for test subjects in labs a lot, in
Mhm.
mazes and stuff.
Like I said, the rats are smart. The squirrels are smart. Believe me, they are.
You've seen all those squirrel videos. They're trying to get into the bird feeders.
Oh yeah,
They make obstacle courses and all that stuff, and they see how they can get through them.
yeah. That was an NASA engineer that did that.
I saw that he named every squirrel.
Yeah.
That Louis was one of them, I think.
But yeah, no, they're smart. Like I said, mice, not so bright. But yeah, like I said, depending on where you're at, there's certain ways you can do pest control. I'm not a fan of the toxins. If I'm going to get rid of them, I want it to be as instant as possible, as close to instant as possible.
Okay, pest control question.
Yes.
Do voles get into the houses?
Moles?
Voles.
Oh, voles? I'm
Voles.
pretty sure they'll make their way in, but they won't be in there long. They got to find their way out.
No, I'm just wondering because they're like about the same size of mice or a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
Not
they're about the same size as a small mouse.
That's what I was thinking. But the thing is, it'd be interesting if one came to your bait station.
No, they prefer the roots and stuff like that. Like I said, they're almost like a mole. They're almost blind.
Right.
Yeah,
And what kind of moles do you get down there? Do you know?
little ones.
Well, I mean, there's different types
Yeah,
of moles.
I haven't seen any voles here, but I do have moles.
Okay. We got the big brothers, the big freaking groundhogs.
Yeah, and I said we also have the pocket gophers here.
I don't know about. I just know that they do exist. In I think down in Texas, because I remember them. One of the drill instructors talking about them.
Oh, there's gophers are everywhere.
No, voles.
Voles, I haven't seen any here.
Well, this was over near San Antonio, so on post there on Fort Sam.
Yeah, like I
Because
said,
somebody
they're
stepped in a hole.
Yeah, so they're mostly underground and they're more nocturnal type. Yeah, so seeing one out in the open, there's usually something wrong with it. Same thing with a gopher. If you see it out there wandering around, either it's doing a quick move to go find a new area, or there's something wrong with it. And usually they'll come out at night to move to a new location.
Yeah, because you usually don't see like groundhogs either
Yeah.
in the daytime unless there's something going on.
Yeah, well, groundhogs are a little bit different. They're more diurnal. They're not going to be nocturnal.
I was just lucky to see him when I did.
Yes, obstacle voles are pretty much blind, just like a mole.
Because I know there's like a star-nosed mole.
Yeah, they got little tentacles on their nose.
Yeah,
Most of them
that's
are
what I
like
was wondering. So I wasn't sure.
that.
Are you okay, Cliff?
Yeah, back's just a little sore. Like I said, I planted 4 trees today.
Yeah, so yeah, basically I need to get all my traps ready because I don't have any Maccabee traps. I don't have any mole traps. I thought about ordering the harpoon trap, but I'm afraid. I mean, it is an option, but I prefer the clamshell ones. It's just a little spring-loaded little clamshell. It's about that big. It's just spring-loaded.
How much
That
of those
one
you
there, you put
run?
it on the ground, and you got to put a flag next to it, or else you're going to miss it, and you might get it with a mower. You got to remember it's there.
What's the average cost of those?
The Maccabees are running somewhere around $12 a trap right now. And remember, you need more than one because you got to get down to the tunnels. Its main tunnel it's using, and you got to put 2 in there because you got to put 1 in either direction. With the gophers, what they'll do is they'll push the soil up out of the ground, and then you get that little half moon or a little bit more type of a mound.
Crater, like a little crater.
It's a mound. It's not a crater. It's a mound. And then you need to follow that down to the main tunnel. Then you got to put a trap in either direction. And there's also a couple of tricks that you can catch them a little bit faster, depending if the soil's wet, soil's dry, and that's just something that's over years of experience of when to leave it open, when to close it up.
I've seen videos where the people put gas down there and go boom.
Yeah,
Not a smart thing to do, but you've
it does them in. It does them in. A little bit on the pricey side to have somebody come in there and do that.
No, they did it themselves with. I think they use acetylene.
Yeah, something like that. Like I said, I don't know what they use because I've never done that.
Neither have I, but I just thought it was interesting because the fact is, when they did it, the whole ground went. Boom.
Oh yeah, I've seen it on the YouTube shorts.
I was just waiting for someone to get hurt because that all it does need is one rock get shot out of there and it could kill somebody.
Yeah. Now you can use a hose with water.
I've
flush
seen
them
that
out.
too.
Now you got to remember, they'll swim upstream. Okay,
They do swim. I've
They
seen
do
them
swim.
do that.
and you don't shove the hose all the way down in there. Leave it about 2 or 3 inches down into the hole. Then turn the water on. If you have a hose that has enough volume to fill it fast enough, they'll actually swim up the moving water and just enough to stick their head out of the water in the hole.
Until they get pushed out.
Pow!
They don't get pushed out. They'll stick their head just out. I mean, just past that nozzle, so they can breathe, but they won't leave the hole. So you got to be ready there to get them. I mean, that's probably one of the cheapest ways to get gophers.
My dad used to have the gopher traps.
Mm-hmm.
with the big spikes.
Yeah, yeah. Now with the harpoon trap with the moles, you can definitely see those, and people actually steal those. So that's one of the things I really don't like. And like I said, and those are kind of medieval, and those things got a very, very strong spring on them. They will actually pop themselves out of the ground when they go off.
Put a brick on them.
Huh?
Put a brick on it.
Yeah. No, even with the brick, no, the springs are that powerful. I mean, it's it's got a big spring on there, about 2 inches in diameter, and the spring's about this long on them.
Trampoline spring.
And then you got to pull it, because it's the opposite of that, because it's a big thick spring, and it takes a lot of effort to get that thing cocked and ready.
So it'd be similar to the springs that one would get out of the dryer.
Think of it as a small garage door spring.
Yeah. Have you not? Have you seen? My dad took it when he took it. We had an old dryer. He finally took it apart. I kept the springs.
Yeah.
I can't separate them. I
Yeah,
can't do this. Those springs are.
Yeah, I've never done that, so I don't know what springs are in them.
I'm gonna grab one. I got it outside.
You remember the springs on the old storm doors? They used to have the spring up there on the top.
Oh no, they're totally different.
But I mean, they look the same to me, but about that big, about that long.
They're a lot bigger. They're a lot bigger.
Oh, I know they're heavier and everything, but just
Yeah.
they look similar.
Yeah, if you're not careful, yeah, you can impale your foot on them when you go and trying to set them.
Oh, my dad did that to the tip of his boot. Oh my God, my mom was torqued because she just bought the boots for him.
Yeah, well, like I said, traps are not forgiving for what they trap. Once it goes off, it doesn't discriminate. Now,
And
using
I
a silenced,
get more than just dogs.
using a silenced air rifle, you are the one that's actually doing the work. Like I said, but you got to be there to do it.
Forgot my hat was outside.
But you can say, okay, that's if it's on a feeder like what I have, and also you can got that birds are eating off of it, but then you see a mouse, you can shoot the mouse. Now, if you have a trap with outdoors with seeds in it, the birds are going to come in there and they're going to eat off that trap. Now you're trapping a non-target species.
And squirrel too.
You can get in trouble for that.
Squirrels will do it too because they like birdseed.
So that's a dryer spring. That's what
Yeah, they're
dryer
about like that. Yeah, they're about like that.
That looks like an old mattress spring. The little spring thing for underneath.
I can pull it apart. I can bend it, but this thing is. Essentially, you got like 4 of these in your dryer, keeping your dryer balanced.
Yeah.
You just steal it out of your dryer?
Yeah, my dad took apart an old dryer we had sitting in the yard for like 2 years. I took the springs out. I also took
I
the
thought you
water.
just took it out of the one just now. I go, what the heck?
No, I also kept the water pump, the water filter pressurized doohickey thingy from that too.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
The watcher. Okay.
a little thing if you're going to be trapping outdoors with with a rat trap or a mouse trap, it's got to be in a box because you don't want to get the non-target species like any birds. You don't want no red-breasted rare woodpecker getting in there and snap.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
Or snares. Watch out for your snares too.
You don't want to get a cat caught in there. You don't want to get your little puppy caught in it. That's why you got to put them all in boxes. Unlike with this one here, when he was young, he found a rat trap.
Ooh.
Scared him half to death.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and I bet he won't go near him anymore.
No, he doesn't. Like I said, it probably bruised his paw and bruised his ego. But he knows not to go around him. And then when Coco was getting older, I had to pull all the traps. I had to put them in boxes.
Well, Jason, I wanted to say this, but I have to go.
Alrighty.
Getting tired. I got my Zep Hound back today, so I got to take that. So I'm going to say good night, everybody. Thank
Peace
you
out,
for
Connie.
coming.
Good night.
I'll catch
See
you guys
tomorrow.
tomorrow, hopefully. Be well, be safe.
Right.
Here, folks.
Good night.
Night.
What's weird is when you get the harpoon trap, and you find where the what what trail he's using, because it's going to be like a little mound. It's going to be, you can see it right on top of the surface of the soil.
Yep.
Because they don't go deep at all. They only go like a couple of inches, if that. And you walk out there and you start lightly push down on them. And whenever you see it pop back up the next day, you know what trail. Excuse me, to put the harpoon trap on. It's about this wide from the spikes, 2 spikes on either side, and you step on it and you put it into the soil. Then you grab the handles and you pull it up and it latches. Now, anything that hits that trigger on the bottom, that goes right through the center of the mound, there's like a little wire trigger. But when that goes off, those spikes come forcing down. You'll have 3 forks, or 3 spears, and it's enough to hit that and then push that trap right up out of the ground.
So, you can probably reverse engineer that and make that with, like I said, the springs that I have and a couple of nails.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing. Yeah, it's just a spring-loaded harpoon trap. That's why they call it a harpoon trap.
That's got to be a sensitive trigger just to go off just by having dirt touch it.
Well, yeah, as long as you don't go up there and you wiggle it. If you wiggle it, it will go off. But that's why you set it in the soil first and then you set it. And basically, you stand on the 2 little feet on there and you stand on it. And it sinks into the soil. And then you just pull up on that. It almost looks like a bicycle handle pump. That you just pull up and it sets. It's pretty easy, to figure out how it actually works. So yeah, like I said, those ones are kind of expensive. That's why, I kind of shy away from those, because if somebody sees those, they're going to take them, unfortunately. Like I said, and with the gopher traps, don't buy anything else but the Maccabee gopher traps. They have the knockoff ones, but when you set them, they open up real wide and you can't get them into the narrow tunnels like you can with the Maccabees. The Maccabees stay narrow, only about that wide inside the tunnel. The other ones actually open up from the outside. These ones, the Maccabees, they actually scissor open, so you can fit them into the tunnels better. Like I said, once I get some, I'll show them here on a live stream. And I'll show everybody how to set them. I mean, they're actually quite easy to set once you've figured out how to set them. Unfortunately, you have to have most of your ditches to set the gopher traps.
What, you mean you can't set it with a pinky and a thumb?
Yeah, no, you actually need the pinky to actually set the gopher trap, believe it or not.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because you gotta hold it down with your thumb and forefinger, push it down, then you gotta swing down and pull down the lever and put it in a little hole and flip the trigger device.
Oh, you can do that with your ring finger.
Oh, well, it's about that far apart.
Yeah, they got ring fingers are pretty good distance apart.
Let's see if I can pull that up.
Dan went into silent mode. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore. He had enough of us on Sunday when we were the Orange Crew. Troll Patrol. No trolls tonight. Ow. Ugh. So yeah, I took one of my the cherry tree that I had that was growing 2 side shoots off of the original stock. So I have no idea what cherry tree they are, if they're even going to be cherry trees. I separated those today, cut the main stem, but each section had its own set of roots. So I planted 2 of those today. I planted my $18 stick, which is my Golden Delicious. And then I planted. What the heck else did I do? I replanted the original cherry tree stock that still had all its roots, and I just replanted that back in some dirt and covered it. Ran out of dirt planting 4 trees.
Okay.
Got 4 trees planted.
I got it set up here. Where's that?
Yeah, I ran out of dirt. Well, I ran out of dirt that I was able to use.
The planting soil.
Yeah. And how is Dan muted but not muted at the same time?
I don't know. But anyways, here we go. This is going to be the Maccabee gopher trap. And you actually need 2 of them. And you can see they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
You don't care much for that one. That one would probably be better for your moles and voles. For this one right here.
Yeah, but that's a snare trap.
Yeah. It's still spring loaded and it's got a little loop inside there and it just pulls itself up to the top.
Yeah, basically chokes them to death.
No, it does them in pretty good. Like I said, unfortunately, these do not kill the gophers instantly. But they're the only effective way. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be right here. It's going to be unset. And then that's going to be set. So you can see how you need your forefingers and your thumbs to compress it here.
Oh, yeah.
Then you need to pull one pinky to pull this forward and one pinky to guide that the trigger mechanism into the hole. And right there is where it has to fit in there. There's a little niche or a little what do you call it? There's a little indent for that to actually fit in there. And never put your hands inside that death zone because it will pierce your skin. And that's what happens to them when they get older. They actually work pretty well. Yeah, I think it was about 15 years ago. I think I paid $144 for 12 traps.
Jesus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not cheap. But like I said, they are extremely effective for gophers. And that's about it.
Yeah, basically looks like it's a kind of similar to like a body grip trap.
It is a body grip trap, but yeah, it impales them. They can't get away. And you do have to run a chain. Where's a good example?
Yeah, so they don't go run down the hole with it?
Yeah, they will pull it down inside the hole. If you see this one here, do not buy that one. I don't like those. Because somebody can walk by and take it. These you can hide in the ground. You can actually, I'm trying to find a good picture of one here. Okay, this one here. Alrighty, so right here you have this little spring inside of here. You can run a small chain through here, connect it, and then run it over to a stake. A chain about 16 inches long. And then on the end, you can stake it to the ground so they can't pull it further into the down inside the hole or its tunnel.
It also makes it easier to retrieve the trap once you got something in it.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, that is not a gopher. That looks like a little squirrel.
I love that black and white diagram actually shows a chain to the pole.
Yeah, right there, yeah. Well, see, when I was with the city, I couldn't do that. I actually had to put it down inside of... Let me switch that one there. So right in here, I actually had to stake it to the inside of the hole that I dug to get down to the tunnels. And then I would put the cap back on. So that means they couldn't see the chain or anything else and steal the traps, because if they came across it, they would steal those traps. Like I said, this one here, sometimes I had to do it that way. I didn't care much for doing it that way with the one going down inside there, unless it was an active one. But usually they'll push the dirt inside the hole and they'll trip it before they actually get to the trap. So you put it down here in the active tunnels and your chances are higher.
Oh, obstacle bounce. Night obstacle. If you're still here listening, I apologize. I missed it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's... I mean, you don't have to call a professional to come in here, and do this kind of stuff. I mean, a homeowner with a yard can easily do this. That's more of your mole and vole trap right there than a gopher trap, because the gophers will actually tunnel down at least 16 inches deep. I mean, you can dig out the tunnel and put that in there, then rebury it. But then the problem is it can't trip itself because you need a space for that spring to go up.
Yeah.
You bury it and then wonder why they can't get it to work. You have to have an open space up above it to actually trip it.
Yeah, for that spring to sit.
Yeah, so it has to come all the way up. I mean, you can build another box, put on top of it, then bury it again. But then you got to remember where everything is. That's why, I used to use just surveyor's flags. And
All that looks like is a reverse version of a rat trap.
It's exactly what it is. I mean, it's an ingenious design for catching moles and voles. Don't get me wrong on that. It's effective. There you go. You can see the trigger in that one right there when they hit it with their body.
Yeah.
It releases that pin right there. This here flings over, and then the springs pull the wire up.
The choke bar.
The only problem is it has to be traveling into the trap this way. If it's coming from the other way, as soon as it hits it, it sets it off. You don't catch them.
Yeah, you might catch the nose.
Yeah, you won't even catch the nose, because as soon as the nose hits this right here, it goes off, and you will miss them. So you actually need two of these to actually put in there,
back.
So you can get them from both directions. Now, it's the same way with the mouse traps. And I know a lot of experts say, "Oh, use two mouse traps, face them each, opposite directions, and you'll catch them." I said, I have very rarely ever caught them that way. If you actually face the trap actually to the wall, where the jaws are open to the wall, you have a higher success rate. You see, that's a squirrel right there.
Yeah.
Like I said, oh, there you go, right there. That's how I used to do it right there. I just take a big old giant 9-inch nail and I just stick it in there, but I used the chain because it was just cheaper to use the chain.
Yeah, because you can just get sections of chain for $.
Yeah, and when these get all tangled up and bent, yeah, they're never the same again. It'll actually try to keep your trap straight and having it not roll. That's why I prefer the chain and just let it loose. And you can see here in that one there how you shove it down the hole.
Yep.
Now the other ones, the knockoffs, won't fit in the holes as good as Maccabees do.
Evening Misfits Mania, how's it going?
Misfits Mania, how you doing, Steve?
Hey, Misfit.
Yeah, so that looks like the top of the bowl trap right there. That's the clamshell I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's the easy one to set with your foot. I'm wondering if there's one in here. There's a gopher caught right there. Yeah, so there's all kinds of traps. And it's just over the years. Okay, this is the one there that doesn't fit in the hole very well, because you see how wide that opens up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm relying on that one spring.
Yeah, and it also looks like by the time that mole or whatever gets in there, that's around almost where the hips would be.
It is right above the hips.
Yeah, you're not going to kill it there. You're just going to piss it off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, eventually it might die due to potential internal hemorrhaging, but
that's the new the new gopher one.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. It's similar to the harpoon trap. Again, it sticks up out of the ground. I can see the reason why the appeal of this one here, because you shove it. Yeah, that's the spike there. You shove it into the ground. Then you put this in the ground, and then you actually push it down and it sets the trap, like a little hair trigger, a little wire trigger.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a little noose on the end of it. So when it trips, it sucks them up.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And you know when it trips because the whole plunger goes up. That one there has been tripped because you can see the yellow on there. I've actually looked at these. I'm going, that's a pretty unique design. I can see you using that in certain circumstances. There he goes. There he is. He's plunging it down right now to set the trap. I mean, it's pretty easy. You know, like I said, if you're a homeowner and you're out in a rural area and you really don't want to deal with the Maccabee traps, this would probably be the one I would suggest. It's pretty easy, and all you have to do is once you caught them, you walk over to your trash bin, you push it back up in there, give it a shake, and it falls back out. And you walk back over there and cover everything back up and put it away. Because gophers are a solitary animal, and they will fight to the death.
Not if you hit them with a brick.
Yeah, there you go. No, you put two gophers together, they will fight to the death.
No, that's the same with ants. That's the easiest way to get rid of anthills. If you ever have an issue with anthills in your property, you dig up one anthill and you dump it next to another anthill, and they kill each other off.
So this is the gopher here, and those teeth will go through leather gloves. Yeah, like I said, there's several people, several companies out there, say, oh yeah, this is the best gopher trap. I'm telling you right now, the Maccabee gopher trap is the way to go. See how wide those jaws are open there?
Yep.
No good. You can't get it in the hole if it's going to be a small gopher or if it's dry soil, like in Arizona or where you're at. And there's a gopher right there. I mean, the biggest one I've ever caught, the body was probably about 8 inches long. It was a big gopher. But usually I catch them at about 4 inches long, 5 inches long. Oh, there it is. There's the mole trap right there.
Body grip.
And then those are your setters right there. So it's similar to a conibear.
Okay.
Those ones will break fingers. I would not give this one to a newbie or a fresh green person. This would be more of your experienced trap here. So if somebody who's never trapped moles before, then I would recommend the harpoon. Yeah, little buggers right there. Trying to see if there's anything else here. There's the Gonzo. I know that's a knockoff, but yeah, spend the money on the Maccabees. I've never dealt with that one before.
That one almost looks like it wouldn't even work.
It works like a mousetrap. And you can see how this one's all open in there. That's actually conibear. That's a 110.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that also looks like it's coming out the side of a hill.
Yeah, that's for ground squirrels. Which is usually illegal for most states. You're not supposed to be using conibears for trapping squirrels. I know.
Not supposed to, but what they don't know doesn't get you arrested.
Yeah, but like I said, these things don't discriminate. I will say that right now. Anything that goes in there, it's going to go off. Because I say you have a coyote or somebody's dog goes in there and tries to dig them out, they're going to hit that trap. They're caught. That paw is going to be busted. Those things are that strong. That one there will break fingers. Yeah, there's another type right there. But yeah, there's that Pure West turf. Okay, the Gopher Hawk. I was trying to remember the name of it. It's been a few years since I've seen it. It hasn't been out that long. I think it's only been out maybe 5 years, 6 years, I believe. Like I said, that's this one here. I would suggest for a homeowner for their first trap, so they actually don't get caught themselves. This one here is for your more experienced people out there doing trapping for a living. And there's the tools that you need. There's a little trenching shovel, hand shovel. I basically just use a spade in my fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't need all them supplies. Most homeowners already own all that stuff.
Yeah. Another beautiful picture of a mole. Picture of moles, voles, and gophers.
He's all on free.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Another squirrel saying, "Hey, get off my lawn."
Meerkat.
Have a dog that's good at taking care of those.
Yeah. But yeah, there's all kinds of. Like I said, look at it. What in the world? They got a mouse trap and there's a gopher trap right there for it. So let me close this out here. So I hope that's at least a quick little education on that. Like I said, the ones you got to really remember that you have are those going to be those mole traps. You're going to need a flag to flag it, as they are painted green. And you kind of want to remember where it's at with the surveyor's flag, so you can remember, hey, there's something there before you hit it with a mower.
I ain't gotta worry about that down here.
Well, yeah, you don't have
I don't have grass.
Yep. Yeah, and like I said, they prefer the softer soils. I've only seen the moles in Northern California. I've never seen them in Arizona.
Not sure if it's a mole or a gopher. We have one down here.
Oh yeah, I know you got the gophers. They're all over the U.S. Yeah, but like I said, it's a fall asleep. Sorry, Stephen. Like I said, I'm trying to help as many people as I can to help get rid of vermin pest. I just wish I can show some of the other tools that I use live. I cannot, because YouTube doesn't like that. I can show pictures.
A few years ago with some river rats.
Oh yeah. Like I said, the Nutria is another one that a lot of people go after. We do have them here. Let's see. You got muskrats, regular rats. But yes, when you're actually hunting them, it's kind of fun. It's got a little bit of that primal thing that hey, I'm after something, and once you get it, you're going, yeah, I got it. Especially when you're actively going for it or going for them. With a trap, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Dad did trapping and release here at the house, and he's gotten several possum. I think he got a couple rabbits, lots of chipmunks, and a couple of small mice. I think he was up to some 30-odd chipmunks.
Jeez. Now, is he using the live traps, the cage traps?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just takes them out in the country and sends them on their way.
Yeah, I would not suggest a homeowner doing that, because they can, in most states, transporting fur bearing, that's kind of frowned upon. So make sure you check all your local laws and state laws, because you're transporting a fur bearing animal, even though it is a pest. And I know you don't want to hurt it or anything else like that, but you can get in trouble for transporting them. The reason why the DNR does not want you transporting them is you could be spreading diseases amongst the population, such as like with raccoons, possums, skunks, squirrels, stuff like that. Yeah, but when you're transporting over 10, 15 miles, yeah, you're gonna get in trouble for that. Now
Oh,
you
he doesn't
can
go that
transport
far.
to the edge of your property. Like I say, if you're on 100 acres, 200 acres, you can transport them to the edge of your property, but you cannot leave the property. Now that's when you got your professionals that are licensed to do that kind of stuff. They have a license for that.
Good night, Kathy.
Good night, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
So yeah, like I said, please check your local laws. Check with your DNR when you're dealing with the larger pest problems. Sometimes you can get a tag if you have a nuisance deer.
Free deer?
So you have to go through the DNR to do that. Your
I'd be
department,
okay with having nuisance deer.
yeah, but you gotta get video and everything else, proof that hey, it is destroying property, that kind of stuff. It's kind of hard, but it does happen. So yeah, there is that clause. So, but most of the times, when you go after like nuisance large animals, such as the raccoons, skunks, possums, and larger, a lot of times you do need to get a permit, especially if it's out of season.
Wish I could get a permit for some of the large bipedal pest animals that I have.
Yeah.
A couple of them
Yeah,
need to be
Grace
put
says
out of
right
my
there.
misery.
Yeah, Grace says right there. It is that's a law here in Indiana. You're not allowed to relocate them. Yeah.
Again, what the DNR doesn't know you're doing doesn't hurt you.
Yeah. Just don't get caught.
Yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. It was just more of a. At first, it was kind of to keep him out of his garden, and then it.
Okay. This is something not recommended, for people to do. I can't stop anybody from doing it, but it's the 3 S's. That's the shoot, shovel, and shush. Okay. I'm not, advocating it. I'm not condoning it. It's up to that individual.
No, it's SDM, smash, dig, and bury.
Yeah.
But again, what they don't know doesn't hurt you.
Because I believe here in Texas, you're not allowed to transport the live animals unless it's a domesticated animal. Like your domestic hogs, your domestic geese, chickens, stuff like that.
Long pigs.
Yeah. If they're wild, you can't transport them.
Why?
Because so they don't spread diseases amongst the population. Yep, Steve just went live. Backwards Misfit, yeah.
Not backward, backward.
That's Backwards Misfit, yeah. No, I'm teasing him about that. But no, Steve is cool, really cool person. He really is. Yeah, so anybody else have any questions on that kind of stuff? In the comments, put the comments in there.
No, I'm usually good because I have access to you pretty much whenever the heck I need to.
Yeah.
Except for when you're at work, I don't pester you when you're at work.
No, I don't mind if I get the messages. I'll eventually answer it. Might take a little while.
With the wrong finger.
Yeah. Don't get caught. Getting caught is bad. In other words, don't do it.
Well, that's the same. Well, what your triple S is the same thing that can technically work on the bipedal annoyances too.
Yeah.
Because there's no law saying that you have to call the authorities after dispatching a bipedal pest,
Especially if it's
on your
inside
property. Yeah, you just what's recommended is you just stick them down far enough.
That's only certain circumstances. But we'll leave it at that.
Yes. Well, that's why I'm not saying specifically what,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Check your local laws,
I mean,
your local and state laws.
there really is nothing saying that you have to.
Yep. I will be right back. I'm going to get the bathroom real quick and get some more coffee. And give me a few moments.
Alrighty.
I know it takes a while because I got to wash my hands.
Oh no. I should probably do the same, but I'm too lazy to get up. I'm munching on this big old fat chunk. Look how thick that chocolate is. Oh man, I'm dropping chocolate on my keyboard. That's right. No! That freaking sliver fell sideways in my keys. Link. I don't know where the other piece went. But yeah. Dan, we doing another Orange Crew on Sunday?
Yeah, you can do that.
Orange Crew. Orange Crew Sundays. I don't know if it was just a coincidence that day that you were wearing orange or whatnot. I don't know if you normally wear orange.
Mine was planned.
Because that's just how my work shirts work. No, I have orange ones and yellow ones, and I start my week off on an orange one and then end my week off on an orange one.
Yeah, I've got the orange, the bright yellow, brown, and black.
I have orange and bright yellow, but these are like the gray ones that I'm wearing. This is my like work shirt, like when I'm outside, like my dailies when I'm not at work. Otherwise, all my shirts are highlighter shirts. So you have either highlighter yellow, or my orange ones, which are. I don't even have one over here. Oh, that's sad. Oh, there we go. My old highlighter orange. Bam.
Ooh, I feel much better now.
Why did you
I don't use the bathroom.
lose a few ounces?
Yeah. Ooh.
See what happens when you start drinking coffee before a live stream?
No, I've been drinking coffee all day and water.
That's hydrated.
And let's see. Like I said, I will be recording the class in April. So if anybody has any questions, that leave it in the comments below. I'll probably be doing this over the next few episodes. I need to do that at the beginning of the my next live stream. If they have any vermin control questions, please leave them in the comments below. So something I can do for the class in case I forget something. I'm a little bit out of practice.
No. Also, for those of you who are wanting to dispose of things with non-regulated matters, put endangered plants on top of where you're digging. That way they cannot dig in that area. Just saying.
Yep. For a friend, yeah.
For a friend, as a friend.
Anything
Speaking
legal.
for a friend of a friend who had a friend. Yeah, always put endangered species of plants on top of things if you don't ever want anybody digging in that area.
Did you give him something to eat?
Yes, I gave him freezer bone.
Oh, okay.
Wonder if you could do that for a housing development area.
I believe you can.
Yeah, Deb's got 2 pots of coffee today,
And beans.
beans and ham hock. Way to go.
Deb's pipes will be clean.
Woo. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I'm tempted to try out that new beef jerky. Oh, did you see that, Cliff? It was in Walmart today, and I saw that.
Roasted garlic beef jerky. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, is that got the Sweet Baby Ray's on it too, or
Yes,
is it,
that is a Sweet
that
Baby's
just-
Ray brand.
yeah, is
Yeah,
a
Sweet
brand,
Baby
but
Ray's.
is it also cooked in that?
I couldn't hear you.
Is it also cooked in the Sweet Baby Ray's?
No, I don't know. Looks like it might be. Ooh. Oh, it is. I think it might be the Sweet Baby's Ray barbecue sauce with a bunch of garlic in it.
Uh-oh. Here, hand me one.
Right?
It might be. I don't know yet. No,
Yeah,
it's
I
all
got it.
garlic.
Now I got to look and see if they've got it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of barbecue sauce in there, but it's real heavily garlic. But there's not enough garlic in
Speaking
there
of
for
garlic,
that garlic spice.
Jason, how's your garlic doing?
It's doing okay.
Define okay. Oh, shit.
A little bit of frost damage from the last time they got cold.
How?
They got that cold.
Garlic doesn't care if it gets cold.
No, it got cold here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But it was cold for a long time.
Yeah, but garlic usually doesn't care.
Yeah, it's garlic flavored, but it's not. Doesn't have that the spice of garlic, to make it hot. So it's not that strong.
They've got a honey barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, they need a cracked black pepper and garlic.
they don't have the
Without the
garlic.
barbecue sauce.
What
And
size
we
is
get-
that bag?
Was that? This is the 2.85 ounces.
Okay. Not bad. $3.94.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. I mean, it's good.
Good lord, $18 for goddamn elephant garlic.
It's worth it.
Now, is that the one you're growing, or are you just growing regular garlic?
For what?
Your garlic, are you still growing the elephant garlic, or are you growing regular?
Elephant garlic. The elephant garlic. I didn't put any regular garlic in this year.
Oops.
Yeah, it's a little bit softer, a little bit larger, wider leaf.
See, that doesn't even make sense, because I'm looking at this thing right here, and it says it can tolerate temperatures down to minus 20.
It might be because it was dry too.
Well, you also have it in a pot. I'm assuming minus 20 is probably in ground, but it also says with proper mulching.
Yeah, no, mine's not mulched.
But that's what it's showing me for the temperature range.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was cold here for a while. No, I thought it might have been getting enough water. I don't know if it got enough water from all the rain.
Probably got too much.
But yeah, it should be doing fine. I'll check it in the next couple days. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'll
where to go?
tomorrow.
I've got the three or four planters that I stuck garlic in randomly throughout the yard to see where it'll grow better. That stuff's already starting to pop up over here.
Yeah.
One of the planters was I put like 6 or 7 inches of just straight disintegrated leaf matter on top of them. They're popping right up through it. Don't even care.
No, I'll probably clip 2 of them and let one go to seed. Hopefully I get multiple bulbs this year out of them. Yeah, they've been in there for over a year. I thought they didn't make it, and then they actually did.
Garlic is weird. You can leave it in the ground. That's the same problem I had with mine. Is when I was pulling them or harvesting them, I missed a few, and like a couple of months later, they just started popping up again. I said, "What?"
Yeah. So,
They'll sit there dormant for a good couple of months, and then all of a sudden they just come out of the ground.
Yeah, so I was thinking about going to the northern side of the edge of the property where I get shade year round. I was thinking about putting a couple of planters over there and put in like a garlic and stuff like that. That like the cooler temperatures for the summertime.
That'd be probably a really good spot for the peas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It makes your own beef jerky when roasts are on sale.
Yeah.
Gotta have a slicer for that though.
Yeah. Or you do it when it's just about frozen. You can cut it with a knife that way too.
Actually, I think when it's partially frozen, it'd probably be the better way to stick it on a slicer.
Yeah, that it does.
Because you ain't got to worry about the meat going all when you're trying to
get irregular
crunch
shape.
it up and bunch it.
Mm-hmm.
God, my sinuses are being a turd right now.
Yeah, so hopefully this upcoming late October, early November, I'll try and put some regular hardneck garlic in.
Don't.
Not then? Why?
Hardneck requires a minimum of 3 months cold stratification.
Okay.
Stick it in your refrigerator.
Oh, before I put them in for the winter time? Okay.
Yeah, stick them in your refrigerator before, and then plant them about a week, 2 weeks before your before your first frost date.
Yeah.
And they should. I've still got mine is still sitting in the refrigerator. I'm waiting to go plant it outside when it gets a little warmer.
Yeah, we got a slicer too, Deb. I think ours is metal, which I prefer. I don't like those plastic slicers. Anyways.
Yeah, so like I said, yeah, that's the thing with the hardneck is because of the way where it's regionally grown, it requires a really long cold temp, which is why it took me 2 years to grow hardneck garlic because I did not know I needed to basically stratify it in cold weather to get it to go.
That's why I figured we planted it, end of October into November.
Yeah, you need a long, and it has to stay cold. Not cold, warm the next week, cold, warm. It has to stay at a constant temperature.
Okay. So in other words, if I planted it mid-December, it's cold long enough.
Yeah, as long as it stays below 35 for the rest of the season.
It does here in the shade.
Might do it in the might be good in the shade. Yeah, that's why. Like I said, I still have a little bowl full of it. It's just sitting in my fridge. It's been just sitting in there since I think like November.
See, that was my first mistake. Because last year I left it in the greenhouse, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's why I left the garlic out of the greenhouse this year.
Yeah, it does a lot better when it's not being completely bombarded by every direction of heat source possible.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I can't wait till I get because I'll be ordering some barrels here soon. This summertime,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to order a maybe 1 or 2 of those barrel heaters.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and see how well that does. Because if I can get that barrel to 130 degrees with a fan on it, blowing at it, that's going to help distribute the heat in that greenhouse.
Oh yeah, easily.
It'll be way cheaper than spending 3,000 watts of power.
I'm just going to get me a couple of black trash cans and just strategically place them inside the greenhouse.
Yeah, you're trying to do yours solar. Here, I don't get a whole lot of solar here.
Yeah, mine. I get tons of solar where I'm at, but again, it's also placement.
Yeah, I think the hottest my greenhouse got today was, I think 53.
I think mine hit like
maybe 55,
98.
Like I said, we've had no sun today, no sun yesterday.
Oof.
I said it's what, is it 30 yet? 30 or 29? I know it's 31 about an hour ago. It's
Good
30
for you to start cauliflower, though.
Yeah, it's 30 degrees now.
Jeez.
And it's 47, 6 inches off the ground in my greenhouse. Oh, by the way, my tomatoes are blooming.
Nice.
And let's see, my peppers are turning red now. The Anaheims are. So I'm looking forward to that. Having those.
I've got 4 peppers on my plants inside the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm. And I saw a green tree frog in the greenhouse.
What? A tree frog?
Yep, a green tree frog in the greenhouse.
What?
Yeah, I didn't have my phone with me. I just quick went out there and watered yesterday. They haven't watered in about 3 or 4 days.
Tree frog? Do you even have tree frogs in your area normally?
Yeah, oh yeah, we got tree frogs here, all kinds of frogs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's the little green ones with the yellow stripe on them.
Oh, the fun tree frogs.
Yeah.
Lick it a few times and forget where the hell you parked your legs.
Yeah, so yeah, I saw one of those in the greenhouse. And while I was in there watering, I was also pulling weeds too, out around from the my sweet peppers.
The American green tree frog.
Yep.
The standard one. Let's see.
This is about 1.5 inches long. No meat on those legs.
Oh, no, they're not. You got more meat on the frog than the legs.
There's no meat on them at all. Oh, and thank you for all the likes. I just now looked down there and I saw 11 likes. Thumbs up. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's more than I normally get. I know we go from trapping to gardening. Right around about that 9 o'clock hour. I mean, I can only do so much. Talking traps on a live stream. Oh, Gray says, Dan, check your IG.
Yeah.
Dan says, I got it. Thanks.
I just happened to look over and see it just now. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting all those seeds planted as soon as it warms up. Like I said, I don't think one of my fig trees made it.
Oh, no.
So my apple trees are budding.
So what?
My apple trees have already started budding.
Nice.
Problem is, it just now got cold again.
Put it in the greenhouse.
There's no greenhouse for the apple trees. They're in the ground.
Oh, well, shit.
I know. I mean, they were just starting to. I was like, oh, damn.
I got one good branch that I cut off one of my trees, apple tree, and I stuck it in a pot in the greenhouse with a stake so it would stay more upright because it has no root system.
Yeah.
Dunked it in the rooting hormone and just shook it off and then stuck that bugger in the ground and filled it with dirt.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to get rooting hormone.
But the kicker is, if that particular branch is already starting to send out little green shoots, so it's starting to produce leaves.
Really? That means it's getting nutrients.
Well, the dirt I filled it in with had, oh God, probably half a container of the pelletized Miracle Grow feeder.
Yeah.
When I mix it, I dump a bunch of that stuff in when I mix my soil. That way they have the nutrients there.
Yeah. Yeah. Sulfur coated urea helps a lot too because it takes a long time for it to break down that sulfur coating. So it feeds your
All right.
plants.
Good night, Des.
Good night, Des.
Right, Des?
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of those fertilizers that'll feed for like 6 months on turf.
Yeah. And it'll stay there too. I've had stuff on my plants. I sprinkled some of that on my some of my mint plants, and yeah, they're still sitting on top of it.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of it in the bananas that I bought. They're in the pot.
Yeah, so
Peace out.
got green on that one. I don't know about the other two yet.
Yeah. So I know I got one fig that's putting out some leaves right now. I need to get it in the ground, and then it's just too cold.
Did you see Grace's comment?
Which one? Oh,
Wasps.
oh yeah. Okay, I got a red rider for them.
No. You need the wasps for your fig trees.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the question is which wasp?
I think it's just a regular wasp. Hornet or whatever.
Probably the ones I'm probably getting rid of is the paper wasp.
Probably.
I don't want them on the house. But what I need to do is I actually need to make them a nest out in the forest so they can actually go in. I did not know that, Grace. Thank you.
Different species of fig trees require different species of fig wasps for pollination. Florida strangler fig is pollinated by a Pegoscopus mexicanus, while the short-leaf fig is pollinated by the Pegoscopus tonzui.
Common names.
Tonduzi. Jesus Christ, I can't even eat.
Throw up a picture.
Not really a picture. There's not any pictures. I suppose I could try to find an image of it. Let's see.
Yeah.
No, there's not really anything specific for. I just Googled it to see what we had needed.
Yeah, I got those big giant red paper wasp. The ones you've seen in my videos.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be on them during the daytime.
Yeah, not really like I said, there's not really much on here for like it just shows like the life cycles of what you need for this stuff, but it doesn't really tell you a whole lot on what specific ones for what specific species. So you'd probably have to, best bet, Jason, is to Google whatever species of figs you have and then see what wasp is needed.
They are the Olympian. I think that's what it says. Oh no, that's still green. That's still good. It's the hardy fig Olympian. The Ficus Garcia.
So it says the specific wasp that pollinates an Olympian fig tree depends on the type of fig tree. Each species of fig tree has its own species of wasp that pollinates it. This is called obligate mutualism. Yeah. So it doesn't say, but I'm assuming in your area you probably may or may not already have.
Well, there's wasp everywhere. Many different species, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, it says usually the fig wasp is a tiny wasp that is able to fit inside a tiny hole at the bottom of the fig.
Oh, really?
So it will. So according to this, it says the fig tree attracts the wasp by releasing species-specific volatile compounds. So once you plant it, you'll find it'll bring in its own wasps.
Yeah, so if they're going to be really, really tiny, the common fig grows in Texas does not require pollination to bear fruit. I don't know, the one I had in Arizona was producing a lot of fruit, and it was very young. Its
Probably
first,
had a ton of wasps that it was pollinated from.
yeah, I had no clue. Thank you, Grace. I did not know that.
I actually completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I had no clue.
100% completely forgot that wasps were required for figs.
Yeah, like I said, next year I'll probably get a couple more trees. I still need to get an apricot tree. I still need to get a one or two plums, one or two apricots, maybe 2 pears.
2 pairs of what?
2 pairs of pears.
Oh, so you're gonna get 4?
Yeah, 4 of a kind.
Oh, okay. Just clarifying that.
Yeah, 2 pairs of pears.
2
4
pairs
of a
of
kind.
pears. So 4 of a kind.
Let's see. I also want to put a couple of more nut trees out here too. But if I do end up getting another piece of property, definitely believe I'm going to be putting fruit trees out there.
Yeah, that'd be the first thing I'd be putting out there.
Oh yeah, well that and some pine trees too.
Yes.
Because the pine trees will make the property worth a lot more for the harvesting of the pine trees. Unfortunately, it'll take about 10 to 15 years.
Meh.
Like I said, when if the kids want to keep it after we're gone, and if it's money for them in their pocket.
Oh yeah. No, I'd rather use it for farming or monetary purposes. I wouldn't just sell off the land straight up because you sit on that stuff, it's going to get more and more expensive.
Oh yeah. It's also a place to go to get away from the world for a little while.
Yes. Also a nice place to go get free food randomly whenever you want because, oh, wait, you got a bunch of fruit trees on there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, first things would be is getting a power to it and getting a well put in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. Power is probably going to be more expensive than the well.
No.
Really?
Power's already there.
Yeah, okay.
It's already on the edge of the property.
So it's just a matter of getting your local to get another hole in the ground.
Yeah. It's what, $1,200 to $1,400. I'm not worried about that. They usually include that with the bill for over your first 12 months. But that's no problem. It's not what, $100 more a month
Oh no.
for the first year. And if I'm just developing the property, I won't be using a whole lot of power there. Unless I just I'll probably end up cheating and just put a mobile home on it.
Just a super cheap one.
Yeah, no, I'll probably put a mid-range price one on there, but I don't want to go too big. I just want to be, just mauling myself.
Get a 40-foot shipping container.
No, I'm not doing that kind of work. I want something already done.
Pre-made. They make prefabbed homes for the ship with the shipping containers. Now, mind you, they're a little pricey.
Yeah. Like I said, that's my future garden area too. I just want to be able to make this one all developed, make it all nice. Then get a second piece of property I can hunt, maybe fish on. Of course, if the properties I was looking at, I will have to put in a pond. That's going to be expensive because I may be running a liner for it. because the water will just seep right in as fast as you can pump it in. Did I just see movement? Keeping my eye open on the trap. Oh, why do I know? That's it. Sorry. I don't know why.
Quiet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all you guys will hear is just a little poof.
Yeah, pretty much. Ooh.
No, the pellet or slug that I'm using in the FX Streamline, the air gun, when it hits its target is louder than it going off.
Oh, Jesus.
It's that quiet. Anybody else? Like I said, I'm oh man, I want some of the bananas really bad. I want to try those blue Ave bananas or blue Ave bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're actually leafing out still. They're still pushing out leaves. I mean, those first set that I took pictures of in that video, they're already out and getting pretty good size.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait till a couple of years when the leaves get really big. You can wrap up a little piglet in a fire pit. In a traditional barbecue. No one where they dig a pit, they put the coals in there, you wrap it up in the banana leaves, then you
Oh, yeah.
put it in there,
Smoking it.
then you bury it, yeah. Or you can actually put a cover over it. But yeah. Hot box it, whatever you want to call it. I still need to get a smoker built too. But that'll come later on. When I'm done with the house, then I can do the property, upgrades on the property. I still got my lamp post I haven't put in yet. I still need to put electrical and plumbing around on the property still. But now with all the freed up funds coming soon, it'll make it a lot easier. It means I can go rent a trencher, get it all done as quickly as possible. I'll put in a little tent site, a little RV tent site. So when some people come down to visit, they can just quick plug in or pitch a tent. Like if Dan comes down, and I'll put a little outhouse out there.
See what I'm used to.
A little vaulted toilet. You'll just have a big old giant trash can at the bottom of it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. Dump in a bunch of Red X in there, and hey, you're good. Little holes so it'll weep out. Little leach line. Put a button in there and it makes it sound like a toilet flushing.
Instead of an easy button.
No, I'd run power out to that and make sure there was like a heat lamp in there and a lights for somebody.
Bidet.
A bidet.
Pull string, one of those. You get one of those Harbor Freight pull string solar lights. You just stick it on the inside so they can see the string. You just pull it and it just turns on automatically. And you just got the solar out there, so they're like automatically goes.
A motion sensor, yeah. But no, I would like to, during the wintertime, if somebody stays, or when it's a little bit cooler, they can at least turn the heat lamp on while they're in there. Stay warm.
Oh, there you go.
Preheat the seat. Stuff like that I want to set up. I got a little corner over here in the side of the house over here. I still got to get rid of some of the trees in there, and something they can back in, a travel trailer real quick, stay a couple of nights, and then they can mosey in on their way. I don't want guests getting too comfortable. Yeah. So, what other trees are you thinking about getting? The fruit that you would eat.
Mainly just apples and cherries. I don't do pears, peaches, plums, any of that stuff. My neighbor's got a fig tree, so if I ever need figs, I can get them from over there.
Those make
Aside from that, I'd really love a Skittles tree, but
the Skittles tree.
haven't quite figured out how to get one of those to grow yet.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking forward so I can dehydrate some of the fruits and something to snack on.
Well, it'll be interesting because once I get fruit if I get enough apples from my apple trees, I can look into making spicy beverages.
Yeah. Well, another thing I'm gonna think about doing is I might have to order because I can't get these here. Is dates. I actually have to order them on the internet and have them shipped here.
Really?
I get the seeds, and I can plant some of those seeds. I can't. The store here don't carry them.
Really?
And I know the date trees will survive here because they survive in the cold desert of the Middle East.
Ooh, you can get some Medhul date palm seeds from basically it's a phoenix
From Dateland.
dactylifying fruit tree. Oh, sorry, Dactylifera large fruit Medhul dates.
Yeah. Those big old giant dates are about like 2 inches long. I would have to. No, I would have to order them from Pearland, or not Pearland. Dateland there in Arizona.
Amazon says you can get 6 seeds for $3.25.
Yeah.
Or you can get 15 seeds for $3 or $13.80.
No, but I want to eat the fruit too. That's the fun part.
But can't you don't you have dates in like your local grocery store?
No, that's the whole thing.
So that not at all. I thought you meant you just couldn't get the seeds.
No, I can't get the fruit. So if I order like a pound of dates from Dateland there in Arizona and just have them shipped here. And yes, almonds do grow here.
Yeah, I was trying to grow almonds here. My tree died.
Yeah, I understand what you meant there, Deb. Yeah, so yeah, I'm like I said, I got a pecan tree here, and I think it might be on its last leg.
Pecan trees are never on their last leg.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've shown you the picture of it, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big pecan tree.
You should see my neighbors, or my friend of the family. That pecan tree between him and his neighbor's yard. That thing was, God, probably 60 or 70 feet tall.
Yeah, they make it big.
That is a big tree. That thing, when it would dump pecans, would dump approximately 30 pounds of pecans.
Yeah, see, ours doesn't produce a whole lot of pecans.
We used to get, for years, he would just give us like 5 or 6 1-quart Ziploc bags full of them damn things.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if walnut. Yeah, walnut. Yeah, I also want to put walnuts in too. We've talked about that before in the past.
I'd do walnuts.
Mm-hmm.
I'd prefer. That's a tough one though, because a lot of those trees are going to require a lot of water for the first couple of years until they get really established. But the problem is where I'm at is my water table is too freaking low. So unless I got trees that send out straight taproot, half my trees, everything's usually 2 to 3, maybe 2 feet below the surface.
Yeah. I just have to worry about if we don't get a wet summer, I'm going to have to supplemental water because our water table here is pretty shallow.
That's what I'm saying. Get a couple of containers, and once it starts raining, fill them up with water.
You just, I was thinking about putting in a drip irrigation system too, but then they're going to have planters everywhere too as well.
Yeah, I'm slowly increasing my workspace.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to think of other trees, and most of it's going to be out on the north side of the house to help block that cold north wind in the wintertime. So all of my trees that I need to have with the most chill hours are going to be towards the north side of the property, where it's more open. And you see, I still want to put planters out there so I can put like the blueberry bushes, stuff like that. That also help block the wind in the wintertime.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to get my blueberries to go. Hopefully they do well this year.
Like I said, raspberries, they just go dormant. They just look like sticks in the ground in the wintertime.
Yeah, and you just cut them off at the beginning of spring and they just come right back up.
Yeah, so in that way, you know, the wind, it just block the wind in the wintertime. So, you know, here on the south side of the property, that's where I don't get a whole lot of air movement.
Oh, I get plenty about that one. See, the thing is, though, because I want to get my, I got a raspberry plant.
Yeah, I got raspberries right here on the side of the carport. I need to get all dug up and put it in pots.
See, I got this thing here.
Oh yeah, it's going.
That thing's been sitting inside. It was like this when I bought it at the store. By the way.
Yeah, my figs were just sticks in the ground, and they're already pushing already.
See, and that's what's this one. This one's bushel and berry. It's like a little bush.
Oh, I would like that one a lot better than the big old giant long vine.
Yeah, so it doesn't get very big. At least I'm hoping it doesn't. And these are this is the baby cakes. Cultivar name is APF 236T.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like a hybrid plant. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to plant. I'm planting this one up front. It comes in a little tiny box.
Yeah, I need to water my grape too. I need to set up my grow light for my grapes and my trees.
But I don't know if you can see this, but you see those on there? Look, that's already starting to grow.
Already? Wow, they're going already.
I'm telling you, I've had this thing in my house for like 2 weeks. Might actually be 3 weeks. I bought these a while ago. I have this one, and I bought another golden raspberry.
Oh no, Deb! The walnuts I'm looking for are the I believe they're the Connecticut walnuts. They're like they're the size of baseballs. You know, bigger than a golf ball, smaller than a baseball.
Wiffle ball.
Oh no, wiffle ball is the same as a baseball. So a little bit larger.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you were telling me about those big old walnuts. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I think Connecticut. I think that's what they're called. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, but they grow like 3 inches in diameter. Is their average? They do get bigger. They do get smaller. Yeah, we got a quarter of an hour left. And then we'll be calling it night in about 15 or so minutes. So with that said, and drink your water. Drink your water. It'll help you sleep better. Checking temperature. Oh, yeah. Checking temperature. I'm still at 30 degrees. It says it's supposed to be 24 by morning. What? What was it? Oh no. Oh no. You found bugs in your computer. Yeah. Yeah, I can barely hear Oh, you know what? Yeah, could have been. Yeah, I think. Alrighty. Yeah, so like I said, those are the things I really want to put on the property. Is I want to have a nice little orchard.
That's always nice to have.
Yeah,
Keep the scurvy away.
right, Deb. If you mix a little bit of onions in there, don't offend yourself. Beans and onions and some ham hocks. Oh yeah.
You don't like
No, I don't care much for them. I'll eat it, but like I add like hot sauce to it or something. A lot more black pepper. Yeah, if I eat that stuff, I could get kind of offensive. See, now I can hear you, Dan.
So now you're doing this just to keep Molly in your good graces.
Oh no, she fights back. Yeah, let's see. I gotta get the corn going this year. I'm actually looking forward to doing the corn, getting its second year, collecting off of them, doing its third year, and its fourth year, I will have corn that can actually grow here. What is it called?
Oh,
What's the more natural seeds called? The
Heirloom.
heirloom. That's it. I keep on calling it heritage. The heirlooms, yeah. So 2 more years for my corn, and I have heirlooms.
Yeah, Heritage is a seed company that sells seeds.
I'm pretty impressed with that. The ones I was using last year, that seed company. What is it called? Change. Seeds of Change. I think it's called. Let me look.
Go over there, chocolate.
Yeah, Seeds of Change. These are the company I'm really impressed with. Oh, and I got cherry tomatoes. I got to plant this year. I'll probably do that right on the edge of the forest and just let them go.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm.
well, before I forget, Jason,
What?
thank you for your advice on the shorts. I'm
Is it
on the
up?
board now.
So it's helping now?
It has. I have actually not gained a single subscriber from shorts,
It'll
Say
take a
again?
while.
Yeah.
although they have just been merely tests. One of them was just strictly. Well, both of them were loaded strictly through the uh, desktop, so I didn't do anything on the phone. I'm kind of testing them and letting them ride for a little bit till they dwindle off. And they're running around 220 to 250 views per.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah. Keep them between 11 and 17 seconds seems to be the sweet spot. Any longer, people will usually scroll past them
oh, really?
when they
Okay.
get to that point. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I have 8 degrees tomorrow for Deb. Ooh, send
Ooh.
that stuff up north.
They're already getting enough cold weather up north.
I know. It's like coming all the way down here.
Thanks to Colin sending the cold towards me,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to hit, well, it says -2 tonight.
That is just too cold.
Let's see what the hourly is a little more.
Yeah, I wish I could just grow some certain pine trees here so I can collect the seeds off of them. But I don't think
What do you
they'll.
need?
Well, no, I want to get the ponderosas.
Uh,
No go here.
Pretty sure I can find some of those down here.
No, they don't want them here.
Uh, So they consider it an invasive tree species.
Yes. They want to keep the native pine trees here. But I want some 15-pound pine cones.
Right. Nothing like getting hit in the head with a 2-foot pine cone.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Bam! Oh! If it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, no, like I said, no, I remember in Southern California growing up, when we'd be camping, you can hear those things hit the ground. In a canyon, they're loud. Correct. They burn well, too.
Yeah, it's a freaking 2-pound pine cone.
Oh, yeah. Poof. Yeah, I'd love to have some pines here that can actually collect the pine seeds for food.
You mean pine nuts, essentially?
Yep. Like the large pine nuts.
I've never actually had a pine nut. What's it?
It makes you a little nutty.
You've never eaten piñons before?
No.
They're actually very delicious, especially roasted. A little bit of
Nice restaurants put them in salads.
yeah, the nice restaurants put them in salads because pine nuts are expensive.
Oh, they didn't used to be until, God, what was it, about 2015, 2018?
Oh yeah,
There was a blight, there was a pine tree beetle that wiped out a lot of the pine trees.
oh yeah, the pine beetles.
Yep, and that devastated the pine community for those. And those bags went to, used to be able to get like a 2-pound bag for like $15, and then that went to like $23 for a 1-pound bag.
Yep, and they are delicious too. They are really good. They're good for you too.
I prefer to get the ones that are not shelled, because if you get the ones that are shelled, you tend to eat them way faster than the ones that are still in the shells, because you have to sit there and crack the shell. But at the same time, you're also sitting there sucking on the shell because they're salty.
Yeah, I like them shelled and then roasted, shelled, and salted.
They salt them when they roast them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, basically, what you do is you really, really heavy salt water, and you stick them in a pan, you soak all your stuff in there, and then you put them in the oven.
Yeah. Just like a pumpkin seed.
Yep.
Sunflower seeds, yeah.
And then when you're done, you just scrape off all the salt and just put it right back in the salt shaker.
Like I said, there's all kinds of stuff I would love to be able to get. I'm hoping to start out with small acreage, and then out in the middle of like almost nowhere, at least minimum 20 minutes from town. Something that it won't encroach in later on in the future, and then try and buy some of the property around it after I got that one paid off.
No, so what you do is so that's kind of what I was thinking of trying to do is myself is get a piece, and then buy the property adjacent, behind, or on the side.
Yeah, because it's the prices of land cycle, so about every couple of years. Really, Deb, can't stand pine nuts? Oh, they're good.
Pine nuts are so tasty.
Molly will get the pumpkin seeds, and sometimes she'll get them shelled. She just takes a spoon to it and eats them. Same
It's like
thing
a
with
little cereal.
Yeah, almost like a cereal. Yeah, without the milk.
That's funny.
Oh man, it's delicious.
I love pine nuts. I think pine nuts is like a more south area, like down here in this area. Those things are everywhere, but God, we have vendors down here during the summertime that just sell them by the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna order some pecans from Duke Traps, because he has a side business of Duke Traps, and he also does pecan trees because he's got a big orchard. And he does the candied pecans.
Ooh.
And He's sold out this year.
Really?
Yeah, when he put them on, when he got them and he put them on the market, I think they were gone in like 2 weeks.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Kind of why
4-minute warning.
would be a good reason to buy it, but get your own pecan tree and grow a couple of pecan trees and do your own candied pecans.
Oh yeah, roasted pecans, honey roasted.
Candied walnuts are good too.
Mm-hmm.
Almonds as well. So I want to get. I don't want to do it. I really don't. But I'm gonna have to go see if one of the box stores, big box stores, has a freaking almond tree, so I can try to do an almond tree again.
Yeah. If not, you can probably have to mail order a bare root while you still have time.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've had good luck. I've had, like, my luck, honestly, when it comes to the trees from the big box stores are 50-50.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's leaning more 40-60. 40% I've had bad luck. 60% I've had pretty good luck.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how my luck fares this season with the my $18 apple stick.
Yeah.
Still better than a $25 apple stick.
Yeah. Like I said, what was it? Let's say I got the apples in last year, and I forgot how much I paid for them. I think the price tag is still on them. Can't remember how much I paid for them. I think it was like $52.
52?
Yeah.
Holy sh! Well, no, you were getting fully established, or well, like 2 or 3 year old trees, right?
Yeah, I was getting them in the 5-gallon containers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it was for around 5 years.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't put them in as a 1-gallon. They were 5-gallon trees, but they were almost as tall as I was too. Now I got one of them that's over 8 feet tall already.
Nice.
You know, I got it right in that spot where I guess it really loves it. And the other one is trying to come back. It was also budding, but it came back above the graft. So I was like, "Oh, thank you for coming back above the graft."
Yeah, sometimes that's really bad when they don't.
Yeah.
Now, when you have that, you said you had a one in a bucket. If you were to plant that in the ground and you had, barring any fast flowing, when you had that flooding, would that have damaged it?
No, I don't think so.
Shouldn't have. It might if it stays flooded for a prolonged period of time. Yes, it can hurt the trees because they get basically oversaturated and will get waterlogged.
Yeah, everything here dries out, kind of quickly on top.
Picking off fleas?
No, there's weird hair that just keep it's just sticking out all funny.
Yeah, it's probably growing backwards on them.
No, it's just a random look. You can't even tell I have arm hair. But no, it's just one is just sticking straight up for some weird reason. 1 minute warning.
Well, yep, 1 minute warning. I was about ready to say that.
Technically 30-second warning.
So now's the time to say your goodbyes until the next video.
Or until Saturday.
Or until Saturday, yeah. Then we go over to Mr. Cliff's channel for a little while.
Yep.
And we can talk about going pine nuts over there. Yeah, so yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I know I try to at least get at least an hour of gardening in. An hour of something else in. Everything's starting to fall into place, hourly, I've noticed.
It gets there step by step.
Yeah. It's nice talking about several different things. It's kind of nice. Might be doing more food next week. Who knows?
Good night, Grace.
All right, good night, Grace. Good night, Deb, and whoever is in the chat. Good night,
Well,
Molly.
we're still left in the chat.
Night, Molly.
All right. She says good night.
Dan,
All right.
Jason, be well, be safe.
Please be safe while you're out there. Good night, Cliff. Good night, Dan. And always remember, be safe out there. And don't forget to get out there and slap a rat.
Oh no. Hello, Marco.
Okay, just unmute yourself.
Marco.
Polo. Here, I'll get Dan.